Pregame on Root Sports is presented by Vizzy's new Mimosa Hard Seltzer. Now available at a retailer near you.
Sunday afternoon, great weather, the end of a homestand. A great day to come out to the ballpark. But wait, there's more. Oh, yeah. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. And there's more. It is a holiday today. It is Juneteenth across our nation. So lots to celebrate today as we get you set for the finale. 5-game set. Angels and Mariners from T-Mobile Park. Welcome up here, left center field set. It is crowded today at the park. Lots of kids. We love that because it's Father's Day. It's Brad, Dave Valley with you. Happy Father's Day to you. Thank you. To my dad out there, I haven't called yet, but I will. And I'm thinking of you.
You have not called him yet.
Well, we spent a lot of time together yesterday.
Commercial break, he's going to call us.
Yes. All right. So today, being Juneteenth, the holiday, it's great to come out to a ballpark, I think, for any reason. But now it's a holiday, Val. People out. Players, when you play on a holiday, it just seems to mean more, doesn't it?
Well, in the game of baseball, you're playing on almost every single holiday, whether it's July 4th, Memorial Day, Labor Day. So there is a sense of celebration in the air, and I think we kind of have a little bit of that feel today.
Right. And hopefully the Mariners will kind of use that good feelings, good vibes here, yes, Gino, and get the offense going a little bit. They've already been shut out 9 times this year. It's been a tough homestand. It's just the bats just have been quiet all homestand long.
Yeah, this has been the kind of the weakness of the Seattle Mariners. They're actually getting really quality starting pitching for the last month, but it's been their offense that has really been sputtering. Over the last 12 games, Brad, they're averaging just 2.9 runs per game, and in that doubleheader yesterday, we saw 19 innings. They managed just 2 runs, and both of those runs came in the very first game.
Yeah, they're now 3-28 when scoring 3 or fewer runs. They've done that a lot this homestand. Unfortunately, let's go down to the field inside the dugout, I do believe. Yes, where we find Jen Mueller. More on just kind of the quiet bats, Jen.
Yeah, and not to belabor the point, but yesterday the Mariners stranded 16 runners. They've now stranded a total of 496 this season. That is the most in baseball. That number alone is frustrating, even more so when you realize that they are in the top 10 in batting average and OPS with runners on base, not in scoring position. There have definitely been opportunities, so the obvious question is, how do you change that?
We get a lot of opportunities. There's no question about it. We've had base runners out there all season long, but certainly here recently, we've struggled to get guys in. And being more consistent, if you don't get them in, you're fighting the battle uphill. And I guess I would compare it to a little bit of a football analogy. I think people know I love football, but, when you get them in the red zone, the pressure's on the defense. That's why they blitz more. That's why they do crazy things to try to disrupt the offense. And I think, when you're on offense, when you're in the batter's box and there's running a scoring position, I think the pressure's on the pitcher. It's on the defense, okay? And maybe take a little bit of the pressure off ourselves, have a good at-bat, hit the ball back up the middle, Ground balls to the center fielder work great, okay? Just staying on top of the ball, driving it through the middle of the field, and then whatever happens, happens. And taking that mentality a little bit. So, the pressure is really on the pitcher. We got to do a better job of executing in those situations. It's what allows you to win games. If you don't do it, you're always looking up, and that's where we're at right now.
Yeah, it is where the Mariners have been on this homestand. In 7 of the 10 games, they have scored 3 or fewer runs. They have been shut out 3 times during this long homestand. Frustration is mounting, certainly in the fan base and definitely inside the clubhouse. Now, one more note, Brad, we expect a little bit of movement with the roster in the next 24 hours. That's because baseball has the rule where you need to be at 13 and 13 pitchers to position players. That means the Mariners need to drop a pitcher, add a position player sometime tomorrow.
Busy off day tomorrow, Jen. Thank you very much. All right, our Swinomish Casino and Lodge lineup. Mariners trying to get things going again today. Julio leading off for the 3rd straight game. He had his first career 2 extra base hit game yesterday, a couple of doubles. You got Crawford in the cleanup spot. You got Winker out in left field. Cal catches again, Upton in DH, and Toro, your second baseman. Well, Mariners Care is dedicated to empowering diverse voices in our communities, expanding access to youth baseball and softball, and promoting social justice across the Pacific Northwest. Learn more at mariners.com/community. And we'll learn more about what's in that bag. Logan Gilbert keeps it full as he gets ready for a start. He takes us inside the bag and shows us all of his tricks in parts of the trade, I guess, getting set for a start. Logan on what he does out there and what's in that bag coming up.
sun is out.
The old baseball stats only gives you part of the puzzle. But when we challenge ourselves using advanced tools and modern thinking, you'll see the bigger picture.
Challenge all things baseball with MLB Now, only on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stands.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time.
I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza! The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome.
That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout.
The Cubs have finally won it all.
The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
Years.
Swing and this struck him out. It's a good way to do it right there with a huge strikeout of Alvarez.
It is Mr. Gilbert on the mound for the Mariners in Game 5 of the Setter EQC pitching matchup. Gilbert with 6 straight quality starts taking on the Angels for the first time this year. More on him later. Kenny Rosenberg making his first big league start. He's appeared in 2 games. ERA of 7.50, and he's given up 5 earned runs in 6 innings, 7 hits. So I would have to say advantage Mariners and Gilbert. Welcome back up to our left center field set. And again, happy Father's Day to everybody. Brad, Adam with you. All right, so it's hard to really pinpoint just one thing that makes Logan Gilbert so good on the mound. And as we'll find out, it's hard to just pinpoint one thing that gets him ready to dominate on the mound. Yes, he's got all sorts of gadgets and balls and tricks and stuff inside this giant bag that he gets ready with each and every start. Our Angie Mentick takes us inside that bag and learns about all of the things inside.
You got this bag of tricks here, and you have this ball that's so big that it doesn't even fit in the bag.
Right.
And it's a water ball?
It's like 7 pounds of water. Nothing crazy. It's just the instability of it. So I do a bunch of throwing motions like I'm pitching, and this thing will knock you over if you're not moving right. Like, can I hear it on there? Maybe?
Yeah.
Sloshing around, yeah.
What's next in our bag?
This is my connection ball. So I can put it up here and keep me close that way. I can put it under my arm and keeps me kind of into that scap load back here instead of getting really long. I naturally get long, but I'm somewhere in the middle because of this thing. Normal J-bands, all my shoulder warm up, hook it onto a fence, get your shoulder firing, up into your throwing motion. This is kind of simple stuff, just my drive line, plyo balls. I throw into the wall before I throw.
And you start out with what color and end with what color?
I have the green one here. That's what I start out with. Reverse throws, pivot picks. Not even much. I do one set of maybe 5 throws with each. A clean fuego. It's kind of like a hockey puck almost, just half a baseball. And you really have to pull down to make sure it stays straight. If you don't, it'll wobble or even go sideways or something like that. Now we get to the weirder stuff. This is just a purple workout band, but it's folded up. And the place I train back home, Florida Baseball Armory, they call it a floppy thing. I don't know. You just kind of move it around like this, and their forearm, the muscles inside, it's for the co-contraction. It kind of loosens you up. It makes sure your muscles are firing. We have a shoulder sphere. If you're familiar with a body blade, it's kind of similar to that, but it's basically same thing the floppy thing, I guess, does for your forearm. This kind of does the same thing for your shoulder. So as you move the ball around, you just keep it spinning in there, and it kind of turns on your shoulder, fires your rotator cuff, all that kind of stuff. My set of weighted baseballs here, this is for my drills. I don't do this on the day of, but just to feel the variability from a 12-ounce all the way down to a 4-ounce. The different weights is supposed to clean up your release point, and you go back to a 5-ounce baseball and it's just supposed to feel like, you know, the most normal thing you've ever done after throwing these. That's about it. I mean, I have a couple snacks in here in case I need it, and oh, actually one more. Last thing here, this is a cleat clear. My buddy from college actually invented this. You can be in the bench in between innings and just kind of clean off your cleats, so pretty cool idea there. That's about it. That's all I got.
All you got? My gosh, what else could you fit in that thing? I like the snacks the best. All right, Angels lineup against Gilbert today. Yeah, there's that guy. Both games of the doubleheader last night, 19 innings in center. He's back today. Wish he wasn't. 4 home runs already this series. You got Ward, Ohtani, and then the rest of the 9 for the Angels today. Looking to win 4 out of 5 are the Angels. All right, fans, especially in Idaho, here we go. It is time to announce Idaho's Ultimate Fan Weekly winners. It is Brett Stevens and Joseph Kaufman this week. Congratulations. All right, Brett, a lifelong Mariners fan who grew up watching games at the Kingdome, South Valley. His favorite memories were watching and talking Mariners baseball with his dad. He watches every game with Fubo TV. We wish Brett and his family the best. Next, we've got Joseph, who's one of Edgar's biggest fans. He's traveled to multiple ballparks to watch his favorite team play, and he also won Mariners trivia at T-Mobile Park. He watches every game with Spectrum. For the rest of you Mariners fans in the state of Idaho, head over to our website before June 30th to submit your story and photo telling us why you are the ultimate fan. All right, well, as we know, down in the minors, they're working on some new things and rules. And how about the automated strike zone? How is that working out? Well, we'll go down to Tacoma and find out, talk to some catchers and hitters, and what kind of the role will be for catchers going forward with the robo-umps coming up.
The Queen is holding court.
Thank you, darling.
The game is changing, and so are the shows that talk about it. MLB Network's Off Base.
What's going on, everyone?
A modern baseball show for the modern baseball fan.
It doesn't get much better than sitting around and talking baseball.
Only on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stands.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw. Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza. The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome.
That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is gone. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
The Atlanta Braves are world champions. 106. That would be a new record. It is gone. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
start off pretty slow when I'm driving my car to the field, whatever, so I don't get myself too worked up. So I'll listen to country or something like that, kind of take it easy, but then get into some more intense stuff once I get to the field.
What is intense stuff for you?
I like listening to some kind of rap music. I really like Lecrae.
Mariners All Access, every Sunday after the game on Root Sports.
Well, this certainly is a welcome sight for all of us. Our Valentine Roofing and Roof Report. The roof is open. It's blue skies. The sun is actually out, 61 degrees. Winds at 5 miles per hour. Our Valentine Roofing and Roof Report. Just want to sit back a little bit here. Welcome back. It's Brad Adam. I just want to sit back and just enjoy the sun for a little bit. It's been a while since we've seen the sun. Okay, thank you. Let's get down to the dugout and join Jen Mueller. Not in the sun, Jen, but she had a chance to go down to Tacoma and talk about the automated strike zone, really kind of what the catchers were thinking, how people and players are adjusting to this new, I guess, kind of rule, Jen.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's back it up just a little bit. The automated strike zone is being used in Tacoma and around the PCL, and it makes strikes and balls black and white. It is all driven by technology. There is no wiggle room in the call. That means that there is no such thing as stealing a pitch for your pitcher. So if you take that out of what a catcher is expected to do during the course of the game, what is he left to do? Turns out there's plenty.
I mean, I still need targets. I still need pitch calling. If I'm like losing my command, I need them to get me back in the zone. There's still a lot of aspects of catching that you can do with the automated strike zone.
The use of the automated strike zone eliminates the need for pitch framing when it comes to getting the call. You can't change the mind of the computer, but you can affect the mindset of the pitcher.
Realistically, yeah, they could go out there and just clank every ball and it necessarily be called a strike, which is crazy to think about. But when I'm out there pitching, even if I throw a ball, I still want the catcher to, frame it like it's a good pitch or a strike, because mentally I want it to feel like I threw that pitch right.
That's the perfect way to put it. It's still getting the target, and still, like, if I'm hitting my area and the catcher catches it nice, it validates you for sure.
If you look strictly at the numbers and how catchers have been evaluated in recent years, it's easy to think their impact on the game will be greatly reduced.
I would have to say yes. I would say, I think over the past couple of years, catching has really started to be able position that analytics can start grading out catchers and how they do framing and helping their pitchers maybe steal a couple pitches. And so I think over the past couple of years, that's been a value that catchers have been utilizing, or I guess been really working on. And so I think the automatic strike zone might take away a little bit of that for sure.
It might be more accurate to say their impact and importance will be felt in other ways.
I know as catchers, we're with these guys every day. We know they're working on different things. A lot of this game is feel versus real, your mental cue versus what actually your body does. So I think as catchers, we just have to individually know our pitchers and know if they're missing with certain pitches in certain areas, how to get them back on the track and get them back in the zone as often as possible.
When you combine the automated strike zone with the pitch clock, the profile of a catcher is going to change. But the commitment to pitch framing will still be a part of that role because it's valuable in helping a pitcher be at his best.
If I throw a good pitch and then the catcher just does that, then I'm thinking maybe it cut at the end, or maybe it wasn't the pitcher that I really wanted to do. But if he actually sticks it, then I'm like, okay, good pitch, dismiss, let's get over the plate now.
And certainly all of this is going to change and evolve in the coming years. Here's what else catchers are going to need to be able to do with pitch clock and automated strike zone. It puts the game in motion a lot more. So you are going to be called on to do a lot of blocking and a lot of throws down to second base, third base, making sure that runners stay on. So, Brad, it's kind of remaining to be seen what happens. But for right now, if you were to watch a game where it's being used, you wouldn't be able to tell a difference.
I think that's what the ultimate goal is, Jen. Thank you very much. Speed it up, eliminate arguments, but not eliminate the importance of catchers. Now, what do you think kind of the role might be for them going forward when this gets implemented?
Well, I don't think the role actually changes, because as a catcher, you are another coach out there on the field. You're still going to be trying to encourage, trying to manage your pitcher through a baseball game. You're still going to be calling a game. That relationship of pitcher and catcher will never go away. It will always be one of the most important pieces on the baseball field during a game. So it's not going to change. It might take a little bit of the onus off the catchers, where they don't have to be down there, trying to frame these pitches. Now it's just about catching and blocking and making sure I lead my pitcher to a win.
And also throwing those base runners out. So still need those catchers, Val. They're not going away. Don't you worry, my friend. All right. A year ago today, Juneteenth, Steelheads uniform. Look at J.P. Crawford. His first Grand Slam, just bouncing over the wall in right field. He got it done. Hopefully, the Mariners and the offense gets it done today. We're getting you set. Mariners and Angels on Mariners Pregame, presented by Busy Mimosa.
Being a Mariners fan, sometimes you're born into it. Sometimes you learn it. Soon, you crave it. You breathe it. You live it. You love it. It becomes a part of you. And it brings everyone...
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stand.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw. Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza! The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome.
That ball is gone. 106. That would be a new record.
It is caught! Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all.
The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
Mimosa Hard Seltzer, now available at a retailer near you.
There's a look at Kenny Rosenberg getting the start for the Angels. Again, his first big league start. He's been in 2 games this year out of the pen. He's given up 5 runs in 6 innings, and he gets the ball as we get you going. Again, 16 minutes. Logan Gilbert will be making the start for the Mariners, and he'll have first pitch as we get you back to Mr. Val here. All right, your local Ford dealer, key to the game. We're talking about pitching and Logan Gilbert. What's going to make him successful against these Angels?
Well, one of the things that we've seen from Logan Gilbert so far this season is when he's pitching down in the strike zone, he is so much better as far as the opponent's OPS. When he throws up in the zone, their opponents are hitting or slugging their OPS at 640. When he's down, only 363. So, Brad, it kind of tells you, well, he should probably start pitching down in the strike zone, right? And that's a good approach against these Angels clubs. But there's this guy over there that wears an Angel uniform.
Does he like low balls?
He's kind of a low ball hitter.
Oh, yeah.
So that doesn't mean you're going to eliminate pitching down in the zone. But when you're facing this guy who has done so much damage against the Seattle Mariners from the very start of his career, you're going to have to expose some of and one of the very few weaknesses that he has, and that's pitches across the top of the strike zone. And the Mariners have exploited it so far this series by using that good fastball across the top, and they've got him a couple of times. Unfortunately, he's gotten the Mariners 4 times so far in this series. He's got actually 3 games where he's hit the game-winning home run of the 4. So hopefully it doesn't happen one more time today.
Yeah, 51 times he's gone deep against the Mariners. 31 times here, I do believe, a record for a visiting player. All right, well, with today being Father's Day, we had Mike Cameron recently join us on the broadcast, and we were thinking back on all the great plays he made in center field. His son making great plays as well for the Detroit Tigers. That's right, we'll have Cammy talking about his son Daz on this very special day, special relationship there. Cammy coming up here as we get you set on Mariners Pregame, presented by Vizzy Mimosa Hard Seltzer.
If you think they're excited, you ain't heard nothing yet.
Be quiet, win ball games, then I'll shut up.
High Heat with Christopher Russo, only on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stand.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza! The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome.
That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
I'm a dad. Of course I'm not gonna like dad jokes.
It's a classic dad joke that I think my dad said to me before.
What do you do when a bull charges you? You pay him.
Did you hear about the kangaroo who broke down on the side of the road? He just needed a jump.
Dad, I want a sci-fi theme for my birthday. Okay, let's plan it.
How did swimmers start an investment fund? They pulled their money together.
I want to find the most corniest one ever. Okay. What does a corn say when it's ready to listen? I'm all ears.
Why does red wine know so much gossip? Because it heard it through the grapevine.
These are so stupid. What did the fast food employees say when supplies were running low? That's the last straw. That's pretty good. I think we got a winner.
Yeah, we got a winner there. Mike Cameron, a winner as well. Lots of highlights in his career. And his son Daz making a lot of highlights as well with the Tigers. Unfortunately, right now on the IL. But on Father's Day, we had a chance to ask Cammy about his son Daz, their relationship. Jen Mueller talking with our man Cam.
It is a joy to be able to see some of the things that he's doing and trying to accomplish in the game now. considerably. I know how hard it is, how stressful it is, the path that he's taken, the learning process, and just kind of getting comfortable being a Major League Baseball player. So it's good to see, he's had I won't call it adversity, I just call it baseball, being up and down and trying to get some time on the field, the pressure of producing. So it's been good to see that he's had some success here recently.
Does he lean on dear old dad for advice, or does he try to do it on his own?
Oh, no, he can't do it on his own. I've been through everything he's been through twice, or he's going to go through twice. And he calls me every day. I'll say every other day we talk. When I first got here today, he wanted to talk about last night.
What about his game do you like the most?
Well, he's very comfortable in the outfield, which is always a plus. So many people remind me of saying that he is like me in the box. I see it differently. But I guess some of the mannerisms that he take, when I look back at my 24, 25-year-old self, I can kind of see it a little bit.
That's cool, Cammy and Daz. And I got one quick joke from my daughter. Hey, why did the teddy bear say no to dessert? Because he was already stuffed. Dad jokes rule, especially here on Father's Day. All right, getting you set on a special day. Mariners and Angels, Game 5 coming up from T-Mobile Park. First pitch on the way. Enjoy the game. We'll see you after for post-game right here on Root Sports.
Castillo, he's ready. Takes a deep side. The pitch. He got him! Yes!
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stand.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw. Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza! The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome. That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
Welcome you to Mariner Baseball, and here's the look at First pitch, downtown, Freddie Brown. Yes, sir. Right from the mound, too. Freddie, showing me something there. Dave Sims, Dan Wilson with you. Oh, that was great.
Outstanding. He could hit him from long range, and he made another shot right there from long range.
Tell you what, he pretty much wrote the book on checking threes and making them. That guy was fabulous. I'm Dave Sims, Dan Wilson, Mariner Hall of Famer. Well, right now, happy Father's Day. I got to say, we're both dads, and to all you fathers out there, boy, I tell you what, God bless, hang in there, stay strong.
Absolutely, and baseball has such a long tradition of fathers and sons playing catch, being out at the ballpark, and absolutely outstanding ball game day out here for a ball game. So looking forward to a great Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. You too. I think back to my dad. Boy, he brought me to games when I was like, yo, big, and I've been coming ever since. All right, let's talk about some pitching today. Logan Gilbert, man, do they need him to be a stopper today for the Mariners?
Yeah, big key for him. Don't change anything. He's been on a roll, 6 consecutive quality starts, looking for number 7 in a row today. I tell you what, the one thing I like about Logan Gilbert is his matchup against Mike Trout. He's killed us, but Logan Gilbert has that good fastball, explosive at the top of the zone. That's where you need to pitch him. That's where I looked at that Gilbert will be up in that zone all day long today.
6 quality starts. Hopefully the offense will start to click, get him 6 consecutive wins as we
called him up too long ago, just before this series. I tell you what, he's a little bit of an unknown, Dave. He's a fastball, changeup, kind of a left-hand pitcher. I think the approach for the Mariners will be up the middle, and when they get traffic on the bases, keep that same plan. Stay up the middle. We heard Scott Service talk about it on the pregame. Driving in runners, stay through the middle of the field.
Amen, amen. Let's talk about another dad. How about Ken Griffey Jr.? Yo, June, on vacation somewhere? Well, we're thinking about you on Father's Day as we look at your statue and get ready for the finale against the Angels. First pitch is straight ahead.
Evan Longoria, a guy last year who was one of the catalysts to a surprising Giants team.
Meet Evan Longoria. He's watching MLB Network.
Longo's hitting with big-time power. Still that
because that's what baseball fans do.
Here we go, Longo, 2022.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson punching home run into the left field stand.
Here comes Roger Maris.
There's a new home run champion of all time.
I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza. The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome. That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
Beautiful Sunday afternoon, thinking good baseball thoughts. We think of Ken Griffey Jr., one of the proud dads here on Father's Day, guy instrumental in getting the number 42 retired, and the fact that I'm wearing a 42 cap yet again as we welcome you to Mariner Baseball. Folks filing in on this gorgeous Sunday, the finale against the Angels. It's the homestand finale. We'll be away for a week, bringing the youngins, the oldins, and see if the Mariners can get something going. Today's also Juneteenth, a celebration of the final slaves in Texas near Galveston, finally getting word that they were freed back on this date in 1865. This is Mariner Baseball on a good-looking Sunday afternoon. Glad you've joined us, everybody. Dave Sims and Mariners Hall of Famer Dan Wilson, as the Mariners try to get a game in this series and finish on an uptick in this series and the homestand. Here's a look at the lineup that Logan Gilbert will face today.
Taylor Ward will be leading off, and then there he is, Mike Trout in the 2-hole again. 4 homers this series. 3 of them have been game winners, 2 in the doubleheader yesterday. Jared Walsh will be in the 4-hole. He had a pinch hit 2-run homer late in the game in game 2 yesterday, and that was the backbreaker for the Mariners. Brandon Marsh down there in the 7-hole, and there's Logan Gilbert, the man they will be facing, making his 14th start on the year, the 7-2 record, and that 2.22 ERA. Logan has been very strong and very consistent all year long, looking for consecutive start number 7 in a row. And here will be his arsenal again today. The good 4-seam fastball that we have seen that is mid-90s. He'll use that slider often, a curveball from time to time, and a changeup from time to time. But it is that fastball slider combination that he will lean on, that 96-mile-an-hour heater that he has top of the zone. And we'll take a look at the Mariners defense. Winker, Rodriguez, and Moore left to right in the outfield. Suarez, Crawford, Toro, and France left to right on the infield. Cal Raleigh will do the catching this afternoon for Logan Gilbert.
Well, here we go. First pitch brought to you by First Tech Federal Credit Union. Logan Gilbert deals first pitch is ball 1. Umpires today: Nick Marley home plate, David Arrieta at first, Adam Hammery at second, and Jerry Lane, the crew chief, at third. Logan Gilbert, 4th career start against the Angels, 2-0 with a 4.02 ERA. 25-year-old right-hander trying to get the Mariners a W here, concluding this 5-game series. Mariners currently 3-7 on this road trip. 1-2 against Boston, 1-2 against Minnesota, and 1-3 against the Angels. Off the mask of Cal Raleigh. Boy, that was a big impact too.
Got the Father's Day gear on today with the light blue. Cal looking good, but took one off the chest there. Looked like maybe off the right shoulder.
And it took one right in the middle of his belly in last night's game late in the contest.
We love it though, Dave. We love it.
How? I want to ask you a question right after this pitch. 2-2. I love how the umpires give you a chance to shake it off. On the average, how many seconds does it take when you get it squared up on the mask? I mean, it's a blow.
Yeah, it really is, and I think it's similar to when you get a good stinger in football as well. You just kind of get shaken up. You need a second or two, and you're right. The umpires will help you out, and you help them out in return.
Indeed. So on a 2-2 pitch, Ward singles. Well, Mike Trout, believe it or not, earlier, about a month or so ago, had an 0 for 26. You never know it by looking at the leaderboard. He's everywhere.
Well, he really has swung the bat well, and you know, traditionally against the Mariners, he has swung the bat really well, and in this ballpark as well. He's just a force to be reckoned with. And see the telemetry from his home runs. There have been 4 of them.
I think I know the answer to this question, but how do you pitch Trout? Carefully.
Very carefully. I mean, the one key is to stay up in the zone. He is a good low ball hitter. So look for Logan to use that good mid-90s fastball up at the top, belt high, letter high. He has learned over the years, Dave. A lot of teams obviously pitch him up there, so he has learned. He's a little bit more selective. He eyeballs it a lot better than he used to. But I tell you what, that's really about the only place you can go. He is so devastating, as we saw yesterday, hitting a pitch off the plate away, driving it to right field.
It looked like a good pitcher's pitch.
Yeah, it's just, he is just a tough out.
1-1 pitch. Holding there, 1 and 2. Give you an idea. And you know about, you Mariner fans, you know about, and you're sick of hearing it, but you got to tell a story about Trout. Here's some numbers. Look at the tracer, but Trout is now 2nd in home runs, 3rd in runs, 4th in total bases, 2nd in slugging to Aaron Judge. Extra base hits 3rd and leads in OPS.
And that's after a tough streak.
That'll be my last reference to it today. Thank you very much. Ground ball, Gino, turn 2. And they get it.
Huge. Well, the Ward-Trout combination in game 1 of this series was devastating, but here, good hard fastball. You see 96 inside on the hands, ties him up, and he gets the ground ball to start the double play, and that's the way to do it, Dave. Get a couple outs for 1.
Not out of the woods as of yet. You've got Shohei Ohtani. 2 for 13 in the series. He's an impressive athlete, as we've seen in a while. 1-0 pitch. Did not go. This is Jerry Lane. 2-0.
A good hard fastball up in the zone. You see, kind of surprises Ohtani. He thought about it and then thought like it was coming in tight on him.
Time, wow, time granted. It's in the windup. Boy, that was generous. Holy mackerel. That pitch inside reminded me of Gilbert against the Yankees here last year. Remember, he kept coming up and in on guys. For a young pitcher, man. Not trying to hit anybody, but back him off the plate a little bit. Got the good heater. There's the strike.
Another good heater on the inside corner. I think pitching inside, Dave, is so important. It makes for an uncomfortable at bat, and no hitter wants to stand in there at 96 coming on the inside corner.
And Gilbert knows it too. Center field for Julio. Double play. Man, that was large, wasn't it? Nothing across for the Angels. Mariners coming to bat.
Good nights lead to great mornings. Get generic Viagra shipped discreetly to your door at RexMD.com. Your consultation is free. There's no copays, no doctor office visits, and your shipping is always free. Visit RexMD.com right now.
The search for high-quality meat ends here. With ButcherBox, you get 100% grass-fed beef, organic free-range chicken, humanely raised pork, wild-caught seafood, and so much more. Sourced from partners who believe in doing things the right way. Together, we can make a difference. One meal at a time. Join ButcherBox now and get free bacon for the life of your membership.
At Boll & Branch, we don't make bedding like everyone else. We make it better. We prioritize thread quality, not thread count. We source the finest 100% organic cotton to make the softest, most luxurious fabrics on earth. We're free from toxins, the way home should be. Boll & Branch is made different, so you can sleep better at night. Experience the difference at bollandbranch.com.
Lineup.
Well, Julio Rodriguez at the top, hitting .305 against lefties this season, including 2 home runs. Ty France in the 2-hole continues to swing the bat well. .393 with runners in scoring position, including 3 homers. So he continues to carry the Mariners offensively. J.P. Crawford in the 4-hole today. 3 of his 5 home runs have come off of left-handed pitching. And Cal Raleigh down there in the 7th hole, he'll do the catching. He leads the Mariners in June with an .866 OPS. And they'll be facing Kenny Rosenberg, called up from AAA prior to the game today. He's had a couple of relief appearances for the Angels this year, but he's making his first major league start. So the Mariners are going to see a lot of fastballs and a lot of changeups from Rosenberg this afternoon.
Julio Rodriguez in his 3rd time as a big leaguer leading off. Big swing and a miss. Yesterday, 4-2 Angels win in 10, 3-0 Angels win in the nightcap. Nice stop by the shortstop. Velasquez throws over. Safe. Good hustle as always by Julio. Base hit. What a fine play by the shortstop. Reminds me of Iglesias. Really good shortstop for a lot of years.
Velasquez, you see the all-out dive on Mick delivery. Super Mo, the one-hop throw that you see a lot of infielders make. And I think they do get Julio Rodriguez at first base. Velasquez, as you mentioned, Dave, leading the MLB, 8 defensive runs saved for shortstops. He's a good one, and you see why. Outstanding backhand diving play on that ball by Julio.
Take a look at the arsenal for Kenny Rosenberg.
He's going to have a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. It's a four-seamer. He'll use it up in the zone. Curveball slider he'll use a little bit, but it's that changeup that he's going to use often at the bottom of the zone. Try to keep these Mariner hitters off stride. So it's going to be in and out, hard and soft from Rosenberg this afternoon. Mariners offensively need to take that up the middle approach against him.
It shouldn't take but so long. There's Mike Trout out in center field.
There are the Angels defense. Marsh, Trout, and Ward left to right in the outfield. Wade, Velasquez, Rengifo, and Walsh left to right on the infield. And Max Stassi will do the catching for Rosenberg this afternoon.
Review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. Los Angeles retains their challenge.
So one down. Here at the bottom of the first. That's a really nice play by the shortstop, Andrew Velasquez. Velasquez, kid out of the Bronx, was with the Yankees last year. Ty Francis. He's got service trying to bunch all his really good hitters up at the top of the lineup. This one popped up by Ty. Rengifo, second baseman, 2 down. During the review, Julio Rodriguez, I'll tell you what, he likes to have fun. And why not? I mean, you're competing against guys, a lot of these guys you probably came up with and against or grew up with guys. But it's just a hail fellow, well met. Julio Rodriguez joshing around with the shortstop.
We know Julio loves to play this game. He loves to have fun. Smiles on the field. He just brings that infectious personality.
There's Eugenio Suarez. Zeno swings and misses, 1-1. Suarez 0 for 3 in yesterday's second game. And 0 for 5. So a lot of guys looking to get going, Dan. A lot of guys. Ball club over the last 2 games yesterday in a double dip. Mariners went 3 for 19 runners in scoring position.
Yeah, that's one of the things that they've really struggled with, and they've gotten a lot of traffic on base. They've gotten the base runners that they need. It's just the ability to get them in. And Scott Service talking about it before the game today, said, hey, ground balls up the middle, they work just fine, especially with runners on base. So look for the Mariners to be more aggressive to the middle of the field, especially against a guy like Rosenberg. He's going to be hard and soft. You want to stay middle, keep your timing where it needs to be.
And his theme recently, shorten up your swing.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of contact. With runners in scoring position, put the ball in play, make some contact, shorten it up. You never know what's going to happen, and the Mariners really that's where they need the biggest help in that department, driving those runners in once they get the traffic on base.
Lead the major leagues in left on base, and they have for a few weeks now. They're trying to end that trend. 2 out, 1 on. JP slaps one foul. Good to have JP, Randy Wynn, Mark McLemore, Harold Reynolds in our Juneteenth conversation before the game. On the field, it was a lot of fun being down with those gentlemen. Good to see Freddie Brown, downtown Freddie Brown.
Yeah, nice job down there, David.
Appreciate it.
Great presentation.
Rengifo has time. And he throws out J.P. Crawford. Nothing across for the Mariners. They leave a runner. We go to inning number 2.
Retired MLB pitcher CC Sabathia.
Where there's baseball,
one pitch away from baseball history,
there's drama.
He has thrown a no-hitter.
Where there's baseball,
Near the wall,
there's action.
he made a phenomenal catch.
And where there's baseball,
let's go live inside the park.
there's MLB Tonight.
On its way out of here.
On MLB Network.
Oh, wow.
Where there's baseball all the time.
Unbelievable.
We've seen it time and time again.
Juneteenth here in Seattle. Temperature-wise, really nice. At 62 degrees, partly cloudy, wind coming in from the left field foul pole, blowing across the field. So see how that affects some of the balls that jump off. We saw that a couple of days ago when you were here.
Yeah.
A couple of balls just jump off the bat and got in that cross current, and that was it.
They get knocked down, yep.
There's Jared Walsh. First baseman. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 coming up. Walsh, Rengifo, and Stassi. Walsh did some damage last night. 7th inning pinch hit, 2-run homer on a 2-1 pitch against Sergio Romo. Logan Gilbert and Cal Raleigh, they use that pitch comm, as we talked about a lot. And they generally work quite quickly. And Walsh, a veteran guy, trying to slow him down a little bit. Here comes a 1-1. Sergio left one over the plate.
Yeah, it was a slider, kind of came into the down and in loop zone of the left-handed hitter Walsh and able to take it deep, and that was kind of a backbreaker there in game 2, Dave.
Indeed it was. Here's Suarez. Out number 1. Right into the shift.
Well, you mentioned Logan Gilbert and how quickly he works. Really, among the pitchers, he's the quickest. 14.8 seconds on an average between pitches. Everyone else averaging around 18 seconds. And guys love to play behind a guy that works quickly. And tempo can be something that's very, very advantageous. It can work to your advantage. Strategic in a way. You throw a lot of strikes. You work quickly. The hitter kind of steps in the box and almost feels at a disadvantage right away. And that's why you saw Walsh kind of calling for time, trying to slow that pace down a little bit. But Logan Gilbert, Cal Raleigh, like we talked about and have talked about, they've worked together in the minor leagues for a long period of time. Yep. They're comfortable with one another. And so that really helps things to move along.
So when a pitch clock comes in next year, they won't have to make much. They won't make any adjustment. They've been doing it like that for a long time.
That's right.
This will be an 8 in your scorecard. 2 outs in the second. Today's SAP broadcast is brought to you by the Laborers Union, 47,000 strong in the Northwest. Rengifo swung the bat pretty well in this series. Had a double yesterday. There's Max Stassi, the catcher. Kurt Suzuki caught the first game. He went. Suzuki, a damaging 2-run double. Stassi in the second game went 0 for 3.
Stassi is one of the guys in this Angel lineup that has actually handled Logan Gilbert in small number of at-bats. He's 2 for 4 against him, but one of those a home run. So Logan will pitch him carefully. Pitchers don't forget that stuff, Dave.
They sure don't. The nightmare the day before, right?
That's right.
1-1.
Another good fastball. You see 96 on the velocity. EQC Tracer has it right at the bottom of the zone. Nice job, Cal Raleigh, bringing that pitch up.
I saw that. It's soft hands.
Yeah, absolutely. Cal's really good at it.
Swing and a miss, and Gilbert feeling good. That's his first K. 1, 2, 3 in the second. When we come back, it'll be Dylan Moore, Jesse Winker, and Cal Raleigh coming up.
Get closer to the action.
You gotta be kidding me.
Closer to the big blast.
Way, way, way out of here.
Closer to the great grabs.
Took a home run away.
Closer to the jaw-dropping plays.
Unbelievable.
With more highlights.
He struck him out.
More analysis. You're going to see athleticism like you've never seen before.
And more live look-ins.
Wow.
Nobody gets you closer to the game.
Every night.
Only on MLB Network.
Against the A's. It's Pride Night, and the first 10,000 fans can snag a Pride hat thanks to Alaska Airlines, the official airline of the Mariners. Make sure you log on in supporting the LGBTQ plus community and get tickets at mariners.com. Look at that good crowd here. Happy Father's Day, happy Juneteenth. Dylan Moore, Jesse Winker, Cal Raleigh coming up against Kenny Rosenberg.
It's a really nice feel at the ballpark today, Dave. Sun came out for us. And
yep. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Breaking ball. Ball one. Kenny Rosenberg out of Mill Valley, California, 26 years old. 8th round pick in 2016 by the Rays. He has toiled in the minors since the 16 season. He racked up almost 75 starts in a 3-year span. 75 games, and make that about 54 starts. And this was slicing drive that Trout will run down. On the track, gave it a good ride on a 2-0 pitch. We got a couple center fielders in this game, eh? I mean, Julio can run it down. Trout can run it down.
Yeah, these guys really know how to play at the outfield. There's nothing better, Dave, than watching good defense, especially up the middle. You see the turn of the double play in the middle of the field, and then center field just being able to track it down. It's like watching poetry.
Go ahead and brag, Junior, Cammy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you had a rough life, pal.
I tell you what, more times than not, the center fielders make catchers look real good, like the fingers were the right ones, and they weren't, because they were able to track them down.
You put that one, it gets blasted. That's a good point. All right, here's your big question. Mr. Winker, 24-71 last year. How would you get him going? What do you recommend? Been a slow start for him.
Well, he certainly has a tremendous eye at the plate. Obviously, he's a guy who can get on base. And I just think with a lot of the Mariner hitters right now, being able to hit with runners in scoring position or with runners on is a key for him.
Pulled around to the right on the infield. 2-1 to Jesse with 1 out. Way out in front, 2-2. Yeah, you look at the lineup today. Julio at 269. Ty at 318, Suarez at 230, Crawford 284. Then the bottom half, you got 192, 211, 183. Upton just got here looking for his first hit and 168. So it's a top-heavy lineup. 3-2. Mariners in the division 12-13. The Angels are 15-12. 3-2 to Winker. Foul back.
Oh, good cut at that fastball up at the top of the zone. Real good cut. I mean, you look at Jesse and coming over from the National League. There's obviously going to be a period of adjustment, trying to get used to different pitchers.
Rosenberg from extreme third base side of that rubber. Slicing fly ball left field. Marsh, good defender out there. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. You came over from Cincy. How long did the adjustment take?
Yeah, it took a little while. I think that the game is a little bit different now in that you play obviously more games against the other league. Back then you didn't play at all against the other league, so adjusting to a new league was a lot. But at the same time, this year for the first time they've gotten rid of the DH, so the leagues are the same now from that aspect. But there were some subtle differences between the American League and the National League, and
I bet umpires too.
Yeah, umpires too, and that has changed. The umpires now are
all under one umbrella.
All under one umbrella. Yeah,
National League, American League,
exactly.
And the styles, there were some distinct styles.
Yes.
And during that time, early 90s, right?
Yes.
Early mid 90s. I'm trying to remember, did the AL guys some of those guys still have the balloon? Couldn't have been many.
No, there were maybe 1 or 2 that still had the pillow, but for the most part, they had phased that out.
1-2 to Cal. So they always talk about the American League high ball. They'd get that high ball strike because the guy, he's getting down behind. He's almost just doing a slight flex of the knees now.
Yeah.
You got to really hunker down. 1-2 pitch off the fist. Velasquez the shortstop, and Rosenberg throws a 1-2-3 second. To the third we go. No score.
MLB Big Inning brings you the biggest plays of the night, live as they happen. Don't miss the ultimate baseball highlight reel. It's nonstop action on MLB Big Inning, every night on MLB.tv.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stand.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run. Mike Piazza.
The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome. That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all.
The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
7th, Mariners take on the O's, hun. With this ticket special, you'll head home with an exclusive Mariners leash and have a chance to circle the bases with your canine friend after the game. Lock in your seats at mariners.com/bark. Hope you're having a great Sunday afternoon, Dad's Day. Juneteenth as well here in Seattle. Cloudy but very comfortable. A little bit breeze coming in off Elliott Bay, off the left field foul pole. Dave Sims, Hall of Famer. Mariners Hall of Famer Dan Wilson. Brandon Marsh. Bottom third of the order, Marsh, Velasquez, and Wade. Of the three, Marsh has most home runs. He's got some pop. He's got 6 home runs.
Well, for the most part so far, Dave, it's been Logan Gilbert, what we've been used to seeing from him. Getting ahead, controlling the count, working aggressively in the strike zone, and has made pretty quick work of the lineup the first time through here.
Paints the corner very nicely there. 1-2.
Yeah, right on cue. Real nice breaking ball. Good job again by Cal Raleigh. You see him with a little glove work.
Strikeout victim number 2 for Logan Gilbert.
Well, that's a good changeup. He likes to use the changeup with the lefties, and this is a good one down in the dirt. Good job by Cal to knock it down, keep it in front of him.
Well, his fundamentals for blocking are outstanding.
Yeah, he does.
He did a good job, Coach.
No, he came in with a lot of talent. He knows exactly what he's doing back there, and
he was perfectly square there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the key. You want to be able to get yourself angled so that the ball rebounds off of you and goes right in front of you rather than up the line, and that takes some work. It takes using your body in the right way to get the angle that you want on a pitch, and he's one of the best at it.
Good target. He's got soft hands. We've seen evidence of that. A bunch of pitches here so far. Velasquez 0-1. Suarez has got his toes on the grass at third base. Suarez is backed up now at third. 1-2 the count. 1 out and nobody on. Swing and a miss, overpowered him. He had no shot at that 97. None. 3 consecutive strikeouts.
Let's take a look at Logan and his arsenal ahead in the count. A lot of variety. Goes to the slider a little bit. Can use his changeup and that curveball when he's ahead in the count, and we've seen that already today, as opposed to when he's behind in the count. Leans a little bit more on that fastball slider combination to get back into the count. Seen some pretty good changeups from Logan already today. 4 left-handed hitters in this Angel lineup, and that's going to be a big pitch for him. Because when you couple that changeup with that 96, 97 miles an hour, we've seen it today, you get a lot of swings and misses like we saw with Velasquez.
1-1 to Tyler Wade. Fouled off.
EQC Tracer, 96 miles an hour.
Oh, 2 strikes. Left field, right to Jesse Winker. Another nice, clean inning by Logan Gilbert. Getting some runs just in Upton. He'll lead off when we get back.
If you think they're excited, you ain't heard nothing yet.
Be quiet, win ball games, then I'll shut up.
High Heat with Christopher Russo, only on MLB Network.
Every time he steps up to the plate, goes into his windup, or runs one down.
He caught it! Oh, you won't see a better one than that!
He competes not only against the other team, but against the toughest adversary, himself. MLB Tonight, where the best outdo their best on MLB Network.
Union. First Tech is your financial partner investing in Mariner fans everywhere. And by your local Ford dealer, home of the F-150, America's best-selling truck, for 45 years. Mr. Robinson's number retired in all of baseball. Proud to wear 42 on my cap as often as it will fit in today's attire, whatever the attire is. Dave Simpson, Dan Wilson with you.
Looks good on you too, Dave.
Thank you. Here's Justin Upton. Yeah, this I was gifted the new navy version of this.
Yeah,
the light blue
shirt.
Matches the blue polo and the sweater. It's good stuff. Justin Upton. They need a lift from him. And again, after seeing him get hit a couple in the head the other night, which was just frightening downwards. And then I see him in the lineup the next day. I was blown away.
Yeah, that was a scary, scary moment. And great to see him back as quickly as the next day.
Fly ball, not enough carries out in front of it. And just shy of the track. Catch made out there by Marsh.
Just missed that one, Dave. A little bit out front. We talked about Rosenberg. He's going to throw that changeup a lot. Fastball, changeup. And he just got upped and out in front just a hair.
You can see it that he was on the front foot and the hand.
Yeah.
Didn't have the lower half into that swing. Here's Toro. Strike one, Abraham. He went 2 for 3 in game 1 yesterday and came back with an 0 for 4 in game 2. Popped it up. Rengifo. Not putting any pressure on Rosenberg to this point. 1 base runner, a 2-out walk first inning. Since then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men have been retired. There have been 1, 2 infield pops and 1, 2, 3 fly balls to the outfield.
Yeah, those pop-ups, Dave, balls in the air. I will tell you that the Mariner hitters are out front just a little bit. It's a lot of off-speed. It's a lot of change-ups. And that's why he's getting those pop-ups. That was a curveball there to Toro that stayed at the top of the zone.
Breaking ball, Julio swings through. Jen with a report on Julio. How do you not love the energy? Said he can't remember a time when he never hit leadoff before. Hey, why not?
Yeah.
Oh, 2 pitch to Julio. Talking about Julio doing the replay review. He and Velasquez, little sign language. Hey, come on, I got you. No, come on, get out of here.
Glasses says, hey, you got to run a little faster.
And he felt keeping him busy. Rosenberg is dealing. So is Logan Gilbert. Nothing to cross through 3.
From inside jokes. Hey, look, it's Mike Napafanakis. To insider's perspectives.
I like over 5.5 strikeouts on Walker Buehler.
Your best bet is the pregame spread. Served up only on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stand.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw. Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run. Mike Piazza. The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome.
That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout.
The Cubs have finally won it all.
The Atlanta Braves are world champions. By supporting the Home Run Challenge, visit MLBcommunity.org to learn more. As a prostate cancer survivor, I say hooray to that and support that cause.
It is near and dear to you, obviously, Dave.
Indeed. I am, matter of fact.
How many years has it been now?
Yes, 6.5 years ago on the 15th of this month, just a few days ago. Generation or two ago. I don't know. I don't think I'd be saying that. Base hit by Taylor Ward. Top of the order here for the Angels. He's got 2 hits. He's got both hits here today.
Yeah, so far Taylor Ward has been the one Angel to solve the Logan Gilbert mystery. This is a breaking ball. Middle away from him, and he laces it into left field for a base hit. Last time he was able to erase Taylor Ward on the ground ball double play by Mike Trout. Dip back in that bag and do it again, Dave.
Here is Trout. Yep, double play, a 5-4-3 on a 1-2 pitch. They're going to pitch to him here. See if they can pitch around him. In tight.
Oh, we talked about it at length, Dave, but that's where you need to pitch him. Up in the zone, in tight. Do not let him get his arms extended.
Big whiff on 96.
Take a look at the EQC tracer. 96 and middle of the plate. Got away with one there.
One pitch to Mike Trout. Gets that pitch down and away. Look at that WRC plus. His numbers are just ridiculous. Looking for a put away. 1-2 to Trout. Runner on. Fouled off. I always love it when the big guys come to the plate and an ooh and an ah and a inhaling of the fans. A lot of plate on that one too. Infield poised for yet another double play.
I tell you what, Logan Gilbert has a good fastball so far today, and he's just challenging Mike Trout, and a lot of these challenges have come in the middle of the strike zone, and he's getting some foul balls from Mike Trout.
But do you want to pay rent in that spot?
No.
Thank you.
So hopefully he speeds him up to slow him down, maybe with an off-speed pitch here to get a rollover. But he continues to challenge him, trying to go up in the zone with that fastball.
Big spot here, 1-2. So we play top of the fourth.
I love it. Stayed hard again.
Pitch number 7 coming up.
This one came up in the zone.
Two and two to Trout. Crowded him, full count.
Another good fastball as he rides that one in on his hands.
All right, you're calling the game. You want to Ohtani on deck. You want something inside, maybe inner portion of the plate. You want to stay away, or you want to go up and away.
A couple schools of thought. He's been hard. You just stay hard, or because you've thrown a lot of hard pitches, maybe you try to go soft 3-2. He stays hard with him. Good fastball located away from him. EQC tracer 95 dots that outside corner. Trout has fouled a lot of these fastballs off.
Yes. Good battle here. There we go again at 3-2. Not a big lead at first. The pitch. Fly ball center field. Julio giving chase, slicing, going, gone. They pitched to him and he hit another 2-run homer. Pretty much the same spot. Mike Trout is just unreal. Home run number 21 from Mike Trout. The numbers just keep on climbing. Does damage against the Mariners continuously, time and time again. RBIs 42 and 43.
That's his 5th home run of the series. Stayed hard with him. And this one 96 miles an hour. Down and in area, and that's where he likes that pitch.
Boy, what a toll he paid on that one. The battle for the ball. To Angel fans, don't anybody get hurt, especially with a baby in the middle. Yo, fellas, what are we doing? Down the line just goes foul. Dan, you've seen a lot of, as have I, a lot of individual highlights and exploits over the years. This is amazing.
It's a pretty good series by a player. Unfortunately for the Mariners, it's an opposing player.
He's got Ohtani 0-2. The Trout, what a battle that was. The 10th pitch. 0-2. Ohtani hits it hard, but right at Julio pretty much. For an out. One down here in the 4th. We check in for a word from the Redmond Police Department.
Inspired by a bold belief in the dignity of every person, the Redmond Police Department are leaders in our community, guided by respect, professionalism, and dedication. Being a member of the Redmond Police Department truly is our calling.
Mike Trout 2-run homer. 1 out. Jared Walsh. Five home runs for Trout. Man. All but one a 2-run shot. Last time you saw somebody that high, well, Junior was ripping people back in the day, right?
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it.
2-1. Off his fist, fouled away. Gilbert giving up that home run, the 6th he's given up this season. Robbie Reyes giving up 14. Michael Gonzalez 12. 2-2. Swing and a miss. They got him. 2 down. 4th K for Gilbert.
Well, left-handed hitter in there. He goes to the curveball, and it's a sharp one. See, it starts up around his thigh, and by the time it gets to the hitting area, it's down by his ankles. And a really good curveball there from Logan Gilbert.
Here's Rengifo. 2 out. He flied out to center first time up. Infield pulls around to the right. Strike 1.
EQC tracer. See, strike 1 to Rengifo. Cal Raleigh a little trouble handling that one. I like the way Logan has responded, though, Dave. From the home run, he's just kind of gone right back to what he's been doing.
0-2.
Oftentimes pitchers will try to change a lot of things. They'll try to become something that they're not.
Get away from that game plan.
Absolutely, but Logan has stayed true to it.
Ball 2 strikes.
Good change up there. Runs off the plate. And mixing in that curveball and changeup a little bit more today.
One and 2 to Rengifo. It's out of play. First inning, Taylor Ward got a base hit. Trout followed. Gilbert got him to bounce into a double play. And Gilbert went 1-2-3 in the second, 1-2-3 in the third. Base hit and a 2-run homer here in the 4th. Two and 2. Pitch would have been ball 4. It's running in on his hands. He was able to get to it.
A good slider in on his hands. Well located right around the belt. That's a tough area for left-handed hitters. You start to elevate the pitch inside, especially one that's going to be running inside like that slider was.
Comebacker. Oh, spit 6-6 helps, doesn't it? 2-run homer by that guy again, Mike Trout. 2-0 Angels. Mariners looking for their first hit.
Hey kids, join MLB Network and your favorite players for a show made just for you. Play ball. It's all the big moments, bat flips, and amazing plays from an exciting week of baseball and tips to up your game. Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stand. Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star. This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run. Mike Piazza.
The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome.
That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
As we go, bottom 4, Mike Trout on a 3-2 pitch. 5th home run in the series, his 4th 2-run homer. And he now is 21 on the season. Aaron Judge started today with 25.
Well, the second time through the order was productive for the Angels. They picked up that couple of runs, Dave, but let's hope the same is true on the Mariners side. Facing a somewhat unknown in Mr. Rosenberg today, but this is the second time through. Had an opportunity to see him and how he operates. See if Ty France can get something started for the Mariners.
Ty, Gino, and JP coming up. Mariners have had 1 base runner, a walk to Suarez, and a first. Sometimes this is one of those deals where if you get 1 or 2 guys spark, maybe spark everybody else.
Yeah, absolutely, and especially off of a pitcher like Rosenberg, who's making his first major league start, pitching with a little nerves, start to get a little action on the bases, a little traffic, and Mariners might be able to open up a hole there and pick up a couple of runs.
3-1 to Ty. Base hit the center in the second game last night. 1 for 4. 1 for 4 in the first game of the double dip. And Ty France is aboard.
Oh, good start right there.
Second walk, second base runner for the Mariners.
You can see Rosenberg is shaking his head. He's disappointed right there. His team goes out, scores a couple of runs, and then you walk the leadoff guy for the Mariners, kind of opening the door for them to answer back. And let's hope the Mariners can do that.
This Suarez walked in a 3-1 pitch first inning. This is how they played Gino, and StatCast powered by Google Cloud. Well, you may not want to revisit that breaking ball in that location.
Yeah, it's kind of a get me over breaking ball to start the hitter.
0-1 pitch coming. Gino got a battle here, 0-2. Home run later for the club with 12.
Rosenberg has done a good job so far against the Mariners. A lot of jam shots. He's used that inside corner effectively. Doesn't throw hard, but when you throw it in there and you throw it in off the plate, it's tough to lay off and tough to square up at the same time.
The 0-2 went inside, missed. J.P. Crawford's on deck.
After the fastball in, kind of follows that up with the slider inside. Worked him hard inside here. Let's see if maybe he tries to go away, try to induce that ground ball.
A lot of room, right side. They give him the right side of the infield. 1-2 pitch.
EQC tracer on this last pitch. He was trying to go inside, but left the slider away. Gino following it off.
Gino's hit upwards of 49 home runs in a season. Hopefully he's getting ready to get into a hot spell and driving the ball all portions of the yard. Again, the 1-2 pitch. Tolkien hold at first on Ty. Breaking ball. Excellent slider up top. Two. Nice job by Suarez. Was down 0-2. Got it full.
Fouled off a couple of tough pitches. Rosenberg trying to stay hard with him inside with that slider and the fastball. See what he does if he stays with that 3-2.
Oh, good rip. Fouled it back.
Trying to go in, misses his location. More middle of the plate. Gino with a great hack. Fouling it straight back.
Again, the 3-2 pitch. Boy, did he pull the string there. First strikeout, 1 out.
Well, this looks like a changeup here, middle of the plate. Just pulls the string. Talked about a lot of hard stuff inside, kind of sped him up, and then 3-2 pitch, he pulls the string.
J.P. Crawford, part of our Juneteenth celebration and discussion before the game. Mark McLemore, former Mariner, now broadcaster pre and post for the Rangers. I have him on coming up a little bit later in the ballgame.
Good to see Mark and Randy Wynn down there as well. A couple of former teammates.
1 out, runner at first. Breaking ball hit foul. JP had a man at first with 2 outs in the first inning. Suarez had walked. He grounded out the second. He's trying to move Ty France along with 1 out. Up the middle. There you go. Base hit. First hit of the afternoon for the Mariners. Supplement aboard.
A good piece of hitting right here by J.P. Crawford. Gets a fastball. You see middle of the plate, 90 miles an hour, about bell high. And he just strokes that ball right back up the middle.
That was adorable. Dylan Moore's daughter had her intro. But she looked like she was about 3 or 4. Hey, my daddy, Dylan Moore. She couldn't sit still. That was great. Nice touch. Strike 1. Timo flied out to right center field on a 2-0 pitch. Trout ran it down in the second inning in right center field. Two on here, 1 out. Timo back in that 0-2 spot. There's a head to count 2-0 in the second, behind 0-2 here in the fourth. Seen him come up with some big hits, 2-strike situations.
Well, Dylan has 3 homers on the year. They've all come against left-handed pitchers, so he does hit lefties well.
1-2.
The Mariners would love to see home run number 4 from Dylan right here. Be a big lift.
Ring the bell. Ball 2 strikes with 2 men on. They're holding Ty France kind of close to second. 2-2. Love the blue shoes, the blue socks. Cal's got the light blue catching gear on.
Yeah.
It's a great look for Father's Day. 2-2. Broken bat. We'll get one. I don't blame Rosenberg for hitting the deck. He had the ball going one side and the bat the other. Runners move up, 2 down. That's a very uncomfortable feeling.
Well, Rosenberg's been in and away all day long. This one goes in, and you can see hitting the bat right around the trademark, and there the barrel of the bat goes out towards the pitcher. And it happens occasionally. I think the worst time I've seen that happen, Dave, was with Paul Abbott, one of our pitchers in Baltimore, hit him right in the forehead.
Oh, the bat?
Yeah, it was a black bat, so he didn't see it off the bat, or off. When he took the swing, he didn't see the bat break. Hit him right on the side of the head. He had to come out of the game. Scary, scary moment.
Rosenberg did the right thing, duck and cover. Good block by Stassi, ball 1. Winker at the plate, flied out to left.
Well, as a catcher, Dave, you go into a different gear with a runner at third base. You've got to keep everything in front of you. And Max Stassi just swallowing that pitch up, keep that runner at third base right where he is.
One pitch here to Jesse with 2 outs. Infield pulled around to the right. Checking some scores here. Top 9 in Toronto. Jays lead the Yankees 10-9. Bottom 6 in Colorado. Rockies 7-1 over the Padres. A's lead the Royals 1-0. Top 5. Guardians trail at the Dodgers 2-1. Twins and D-backs 4th inning 1-1 game. There's a 2-0. So 3-0 to Winker. Cal Raleigh's on deck. White Sox Astros later tonight. Nationals beat the Phillies 9-3. Padres 4-3 over the Giants. Red Sox beat the Cardinals in Boston 6-4. Rays lose at Baltimore 2-1. Tigers 7-3 over the Rangers. There's a strike. Marlins beat the Mets 6-2. Brewers win at the Reds 6-3. Braves shut out the Cubs. Are having a miserable year. 6-0 Atlanta. Three and 1. Base hit's going to tie it up. What a groan from the fans. They didn't like that call. Jesse, right with him.
Well, a couple good fastballs from Rosenberg, and really 2 really outstanding locations. Both of them away. That one more in the upper part of the zone. Tucked it in that up and away corner of the strike zone.
Nick Marley got that one right. 3-2 pitch. Threw an 80-mile-an-hour slider on his hands.
Yeah, that was a backup slider, and all Jesse can do is just get a piece of it to foul it off. That pitch was meant to be down and away, and it just kind of backed up on Rosenberg. Any hitter will tell you that's a really tough pitch. That slider that backs up just jams you.
2 outs, runners at second and third. Mariners down 2-0. Payoff here to Winker. Ball 4. Third walk by Rosenberg, and it sets up a dramatic moment. All games don't have to be decided in the 9th inning. May want to cash in right here in the 4th.
Yeah, Max Stassi out to talk to Mr. Rosenberg along with the pitching coach Matt Wise, and they're just going to go over the game plan here with Cal Raleigh, who's been hot for the Mariners, Dave, in the month of June. Leads the Mariners with an OPS of .866, so he has really picked up his game with the bat in his hand, and it's a big opportunity for him here to give the Mariners a big boost.
Could use it. 6 man to the plate. Winker's aboard at first. His 42nd walk, tops in the American League. Got Ty Francis at third. He led off with a free pass after Suarez strike out, a base hit by Crawford. So JP has moved up to second. Is already at second on the ground ball by Dylan Moore. Now 2 out, bases loaded for Cal Raleigh. Popped out to short. Great opportunity here for the Mariners. Stassi, good job to keep it in front. Ball 1.
Tries to start him out with a curveball just to try to steal a strike from Cal, get him to take that pitch, but he buries it instead of bringing it into the strike zone, so puts Cal in a good position here at a 1-0 count.
Here we are on the 19th of June. Still no grand slams for the Mariners so far this season. The 1-0.
Good cut on a changeup, fouls it back. Rosenberg has pretty good location with that pitch down at the bottom of the zone. So far has gone soft with Cal early in the at-bat.
Looking for something big here. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball, shortstop, backhanded by Velasquez, steps into the throw, inning over, 3 stranded. We go top 5, 2-0 Angels. You good?
Hey, it's me, the summer breeze. I just flew back into town. Let's get outside. Much better.
So a few months ago, I realized I was losing my hair, and then I found Hims.
And a licensed healthcare provider prescribed me this new spray. The results have been amazing. I only wish I'd started sooner.
Like if you could start yesterday, do that. Regrow your hair in as little as 3 to 6 months. Visit 4hims.com.
Yeah! Nice. What? With the Game Time app, I pay 60% less than this guy. 60%? Game Time finds you the best last-minute deals and guarantees the lowest price. Download Game Time now. Nice shirt.
Gilbert and Wilson done some good work here today through 4.
Yeah, absolutely. It's pretty much vintage Logan. Good fastball. We've seen 97 with that heater, and he's mixed in his changeup and his curveball a little bit more today, and used his slider effectively as well. Just the one blemish, like you mentioned, to Mike Trout, and Taylor Ward at the top of the order has given him trouble as well.
Joined by Mark McLemore. Joining us here in the booth. Ground ball right to Toro. And there is 1 out. Mark, of course, outstanding all-around player with the Mariners and now broadcaster with the Texas Rangers. Good to see you. Came up for the Juneteenth. Good for you, man. Good to see you.
Always good to see you guys. Good to see my man right here.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
You look great.
Thanks, man. You do too.
Thank you.
Great to have you back in Seattle. And your broadcast career is going pretty well, huh? 18 years, you told me?
18 years, man. Can you believe it?
No, I don't.
Almost as long as I played. It's just gone by so quickly. It's just almost unreal. But it's been fun for me doing it. The Bally Sports has been really it's been great to work with. They work with my schedule and, you know, just allow me a lot of freedom to do different things, change the schedule, come here and hang out with you guys for the weekend. So it's been great. The people I work with, just fabulous. You couldn't ask for a better group.
What's the thing you like most about doing a wraparound pre and post?
The game itself. It's definitely changed from when we played, but it's
just
still just a little bit. Now we'll start playing on a football field. That's going to be an issue, but just the game, the competition, watching those guys go out there and do it, and then sometimes just not realizing, man, I used to do that.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Well, Mac, my memories of you obviously are you were a guy that carried a lot of gloves with you. I mean, you played, especially when you were here in Seattle, played just about every position. Although you didn't take my glove. I'm wondering why you didn't get behind the plate. But what was, overall, what do you remember about being here in Seattle?
The fans.
Yeah.
I mean, just overwhelmingly the fans. They were the ones. They were our 26th man or 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th because they just came out in droves. Every day it was pretty much packed, and it didn't matter. Well, I was going to say if we didn't play well, but there were very few times we didn't play well. So it was just great. They were always there, always supporting us. Even going through town, they'll come talk to you and just know the game. Not interrupt you if you're out at dinner with your family, but just very knowledgeable of the game, and I just love that.
Yeah, and I tell you the one thing I really appreciate about you and the way you approached it was, we had a lot of veterans on that team, a lot of guys that had been around for a long time. But you brought such gratefulness to the game every single day. You were just happy to be there, be a part of this game. And that energy just spilled over onto all of us. And I really, really appreciated that as a player.
Oh, well, thank you, man. I mean, for me, I was grateful to be here playing. I had been released twice early in my career and didn't know if I was ever going to have the opportunity again. And once I got that opportunity, I took advantage of it.
I know you're a busy man. You stick around?
I got you.
There we go. Mark McLemore going to hang out with us for a little bit. 2-0 on a Mike Trout home run back on the 4th.
If we weren't proud of the craftsmanship and level of detail that go into every pair of Warby Parker glasses, well, we probably wouldn't show you how they're made, including this part, which is our favorite. Wow. And this is also great. For every pair of glasses or sunglasses sold, a pair of glasses is distributed to someone in need. Try 5 pairs for free at warbyparker.com.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy.
What?
And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts.
Seriously?
Performances, too!
Oh, come on!
Game Time finds you the best last-minute deals and guarantees the lowest price.
Am I underdressed?
Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Life is about balance. If I get the proper amount of sleep, then I'm gonna be ready for whatever's to come. I use Aura Ring to always let me know everything that's going on with my body. The accuracy is what sets Aura apart. My sleep score is something that I'm always paying attention to. It's literally part of my morning routine. Always trying to make the most out of this thing we call life.
Innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 3 Ks, and no walks. They have Tommy Malone back in the fold second time. Mark McLemore joins us here, from former Mariner and now part of the Texas Rangers telecast crew. The Rangers, what's the state of the Rangers as we move forward here, getting closer to the All-Star break?
I'll tell you what, they're playing some pretty good baseball. I think they're playing better than what everybody anticipated, including myself. Obviously, they got a couple of great free agents, and Marcus Semien and Corey Seager. Those guys are really good.
That's off the bat of Justin Upton. That's his first Mariner base hit. Good to see that. And the Mariners needed the lift. Good start to the 5th inning. Jay Up had flat out to left his first time up.
Well, he was out in front just a little bit in that first AB. This one, he pulls, but he pulls it hard down the line. And past a diving Tyler Wade. And Justin Upton picks up his first hit as a Mariner. And it's a double. Couldn't come at a better time. Mariners need to get something rolling here and quickly.
You betcha. Here's Abraham Toro. Mark, you were along with Randy Wynn, Harold, myself, and young, Kingston, part of a Juneteenth roundtable. And where you were growing up, I grew up in the Northeast. You now live in Texas. I grew up in the North. I didn't know anything about Juneteenth, honest to goodness, and I think I'm a pretty good American history guy. I didn't know. I was like 30 years old when I found out about it. It's something that had been. It's glad that they pulled the covers back and talk about that particular piece of history. It's real. It's critical to know.
It really is, and I, like yourself, I didn't find out until maybe 20 years ago when I first moved to Texas. So it was just surprising to me, and just knowing all of the history, a lot of the things that we weren't taught in school, how much significance they hold.
It's a part of American history.
Absolutely.
Come on. It was 2.5 years after the Emancipation was signed, and folks down in the Galveston area, that must have been unbelievable news to find that out. Here's a fly ball. Trout's under it. Tagging is Upton. Yeah, he's not going anywhere. To be here and have this discussion, to get this out, your point of view as a black ball player, tell the folks what that means for you, particularly on this day.
I'll tell you what, it means a lot to me, just to be, number one, that the Mariners are the ones that are doing it. I think more teams should recognize it, including the teams in Texas.
How about that?
I mean, I'm here in Seattle celebrating it.
Hello.
Guys, exactly. So just pulling back that cover, the covers, and shining a light on it and letting the world know, hey, this is history that was left out, hidden, pushed back behind, whatever. This is the history of it.
And it's not just black history, it's American history.
I think that gets lost. You know, like, remember in 2001, obviously, when we won it here.
Yep.
One of the proudest moments of my life was carrying that American flag around this field.
That's a great picture, great video.
And for me, it was a great moment for me as an American. Not just a black American, but an American.
Well done.
And I think people overlook that or don't realize that.
1-1 to Julio. Fly ball, pretty well carried. Right field, staying in the yard. Ward makes the catch, and Upton tags, moves to third. Mark, good to see you, man. I'm glad you're doing well. We'll see you next time we come to Texas.
Got it, man.
And meals on you.
Got you. I got you. You come to my town, I got you. Always good to see this dude right here, man.
Always great to see it. I'll be in Texas as well, so I'm really looking forward to it. What at the ballpark? I haven't seen it yet, so I'm curious your take on it. So you have to show me around.
I'll give you a tour, brother.
All right,
anytime. All right.
Macklemore, pleasure as always, man. We'll see you soon. Be well. Thanks for joining us.
Got it.
Means a lot. We have a visit now from Phil Nevin, interim manager. He's going to make a pitching change. He wants a left-hander. So we'll step aside, tell you about that, and be back at you directly here from T-Mobile Park.
MLB Big Inning brings you the biggest plays of the night, live as they happen. Don't miss the ultimate baseball highlight reel. It's nonstop action on MLB Big Inning every night on MLB.tv.
Where there's baseball,
one pitch away from baseball history.
There's drama.
He has thrown a no-hitter.
Where there's baseball,
Near the wall.
there's action.
He made a phenomenal catch.
And where there's baseball,
Let's go live inside the park.
there's MLB Tonight. On MLB Network.
Oh, wow.
Where there's baseball all the time.
Unbelievable.
We've seen it time and time again.
Cloudy day, but very comfortable. as the Mariners mounting a threat here. And the finale, the homestand finale and the series finale with the Angels. Great to see Mark McLemore. Boy, he was such a big part of your ball clubs back in the day. As we take a look at Rosenberg's line.
4 2/3 inning, just gave up the 2 hits. 3 walks for the Mariners today. They weren't able to capitalize as of yet. And 1 strikeout, 71 pitches for Rosenberg. We mentioned he was just called up prior to the game. Has made 7 starts down in Salt Lake, but a quick hook here from Phil Nevin. And he will just pitch the 4 2/3. Justin Upton down at third base with 2 outs here in the 5th inning.
Here's Quijada again. Jose Quijada.
Yeah, this is his 9th appearance on the season. A 1.17 ERA. Opponent's only hitting 115. And he's got a good fastball, 95 mile an hour on an average. He'll mix in a change and slider, but it's primarily that fastball that he'll come at the Mariner hitters with. And he's got a tough one in Ty France with this 2 outs here in the 5th.
Saturday in Game 1, he pitched the home 10th after Trout hit a 2-run homer to put the Angels up 4-2. He came in, Quijada did, and went 1-2-3 in the 10th. That's a fire alarm in the building. Nobody's moving yet. Hopefully just somebody accidentally bumped into it. 2 outs, runner at second. I don't know if that's a soundtrack you want as a hitter. Max Stassi turning. What the hey?
Oh yeah, you were right, Dave, about Mark McLemore, though. Great to see him. Randy Wynn sticking his head in here as well. Great to see him, both former teammates of mine. And boy, Mark McLemore played just about every position.
And did it well.
And did it very, very well. Swung the bat great. Was just such a great leadership presence in the clubhouse, and really appreciated the way he went about the game. Learned a lot from him, and boy, it's just good to see him. Looking forward to seeing him down the road in Texas as well later this year.
Does a very good job on TV for the Rangers. The Rangers, 2nd place in the division, starting today, 3 games under 500. Houston, the only team in the AL West beyond the 500 mark.
Phil Nevin now out to talk with the umpires. Try to figure out this fire alarm.
Talking to buildings and grounds guys. Scott Service joining the conversation. Well, this is in the category now, Dan, if you stick around long enough, you'll see everything in baseball.
This is
game interrupted. I can see it on all the scoreboards around baseball. Game interrupted. Fire alarm won't shut up. Hopefully there's no problem. That's the biggest concern right now. And everybody with their hands up. I don't know what to do. What do you think? Hey, what do you think? So he was asking how to think. Can you pitch in this? Check some scores. The Orioles, will see them next time we come home. That'll be next Monday. Orioles will be in for 3. Red Sox beat the Cardinals 6-4. They paid a nice tribute, I think, a couple of days ago to Albert Pujols up in Boston. Blue Jays beat the Yankees. That's a rare loss for New York. Talk about a slugfest. Get some more details on that as we move along. Adam Hammery right there saying, hey, let's play on. Sprinklers, I'm told, are going off in one of the kitchens in the building, hence the noise.
It looks like they're contemplating possibly just playing through it. Like maybe that they got the okay.
Yep.
From the pitcher, but now looks like maybe they're going to slow him down. Possibly have to wait it out now.
I'm surprised there's no cutoff mechanism. I'm sure there is. They just haven't got to it. Probably the guy who knows how to cut it off is off today. Trevor Gooby, there we go. He runs the building and he got his people to take care of it. He's on the horn. Big props to Trevor. Was cleaning up with the crew between games yesterday. Big props.
Absolutely. They do a great job here. Trevor does outstanding work. Got that little mystery solved and got us back to baseball.
Say the good news is that the system works.
Yeah. They're going to give a couple more warm-up tosses.
Why not?
Make sure he's good and ready to go.
Trevor Gooby's the senior VP of ballpark operations.
Looks like they're ready to roll.
Well, that's good. Just checking out the 10-9 final. Toronto's had all kinds of problems with the Yankees this year. It's a big win for the Jays. It's not like they cut into the lead very much. The Yankees are a big 49-17. The Jays 38-28. Opportunity here. Best hitter on the ball club at the dish against Jose Quijada.
Well, fastball as expected. Up and away from Ty France. Good healthy cut at it. Just follows it back into the catcher's glove.
Ty France with a sense of humor. Way to go, Ann. She picked it up. To see that? You're reading lips. This is my walk-up music. That's what it said about the siren. Didn't get the call here.
Well, another top of the zone fastball. And that one looked a little high on the EQC tracer. And Ty France not happy with it.
There we go again. They shut it down. Good sense of humor. It's my walk-up music. That's really good. 2-out runner at third is Upton. He doubled, moved to third on the fly out by Toro. Didn't panic, throws out Ty. He's frustrated, and we understand. Runner stranded at third, 2-0 Angels.
The game is changing, and so are the shows that talk about it. MLB Network's Off Base.
What's going on, everyone?
A modern baseball show for the modern baseball fan.
It doesn't get much better than sitting around and talking baseball.
Only on MLB Network.
Life is about balance. If I get the proper amount of sleep, then I'm gonna be ready for whatever's to come. I use Aura Ring to always let me know everything that's going on with my body. The accuracy is what sets Aura apart. My sleep score is something that I'm always paying attention to. It's literally part of my morning routine. Always trying to make the most out of this thing we call life.
Laporte gave up a 2-run homer to Mike Trout in the 4th inning. And he's going to see Trout here in the 6th. It'll be Tyler Wade, Taylor Ward, and Mike Trout. 9-1-2. Gilbert struck out 5, hasn't walked anybody. Bunt shown. Ball 1. Slight delay. Fire alarm going off. But that was tended to, and as far as we know, no damage and no injuries, thank goodness.
Well, EQC tracer, this fastball. We've seen a lot of good fastballs. This one just in off the plate. See, kind of in and out of the glove of Cal Raleigh as he tried to manipulate that ball back into the zone. Missing with a couple of fastballs here. Logan runs the count to 3-0.
Trout 2-run homer, 4th inning. 5th home run in the series. 4 of them are 2-run shots. Gilbert back in it at 3-1. That will get down as Dylan Moore plays it, gets it back in quickly. Leadoff man's aboard for Taylor Ward. See how the Walt Disney Studios helped America win the war in a new exhibit at the Museum of Flight. The Walt Disney Studios and World War II. It opens July 9th. Taylor Ward's been a tough hombre today. Couple of hits, one to right and one to left. He was raced in a double play 1st inning. Scored on a Trout homer in the 4th.
Tyler Wade down at first base. Someone to watch on the bases. 7 out of 12 stolen base attempts so far this year. So he will run. Pretty good lead over there at first base.
Oh, and 2 to Ward. Wonder how many times their names and bags get mixed up. Taylor Ward and Tyler Wade.
Very similar.
Guess who's looming? He's on deck. Mike Trout.
Gilbert missing with the slider there, trying to get that rollover ground ball. The Mariners would love to see a double play here to erase that base runner before Mike Trout gets up there.
1-2 over the first. Center field. Slicing over a little bit to his left. Julio grabs. Take a look. The sequence of pitches to Mike Trout in the 4th inning.
Well, it's a lot of fastballs. In fact, it's all 4-seam fastballs. They're just going right at him, trying to get to the top of the zone, and then finding the middle of the plate with that last one, and that's the one he's able to hit. It's a little bit away from him, so he goes right center with it. 397 feet.
And pitch to him. High fastball, ball 1.
Continue to go hard at him. That one up above the zone. That's where they've been trying to pitch him.
One out, one on. Now he's behind 2-0. Pitch to Trout with a man aboard. 2-0 on his home run back in the 4th. 3-0. Otani's on deck, 2 for 15 in the series.
It looks like they're going to be real careful here. 3-0 with Trout.
Better be. Three and one.
Outstanding fastball here. The location right where you want it, top of the zone, just above the belt.
Critical pitch right here, Dano. 3-1. Got him a check. Fouled it off. So full count. Runner was on the move.
That was a slider. Good slider down and away from him.
It's still a hold your breath moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3-2 count here, Dave, and we were at this point in his last at bat, and he got the fastball. Be interesting to see if they stay hard or if they go back to that slider or curveball that he's used very effectively today.
Big out you want to get. Mariners have had some chances. They had the bases loaded in the fourth and left them that way. They've stranded 5 for the afternoon. 0 for 4 runners in scoring position. Big spot here. Logan Gilbert against Mike Trout. A 3-2. Went soft and got the strikeout he needed. Well done. Half a dozen strikeout for Logan Gilbert. 2 down, 6th inning.
Well, if you're going to strike out Mike Trout looking, it's got to be a dandy pitch, and this is a dandy curveball right there. Just freezes Mike Trout down at the bottom of the zone.
Good pitch.
He had thrown one earlier in the count for ball 2, and that one right there was a beauty. It just, that curveball, when it comes in like that, Dave, just freezes you as a hitter. An outstanding job right there by Logan Gilbert.
And he gets a Toddy to pop one. Winker, it's got room. Pitches out of a situation. Well done to keep it a 2-0 Angel lead. When we come back, Eugenio Suarez will lead off.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stand. Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star. This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run. Mike Piazza.
The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome.
That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record. It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout.
The Cubs have finally won it all.
The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
Like you daily. Visit claimyourcash.org. By your Western Washington Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. And by Home Street Bank, rated one of America's best small banks in 2022 by Newsweek. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Mr. Mariner, the great Alvin Davis. Mariners Hall of Fame. Angels lead it here 2-0. Logan Gilbert, fine job pitching out of a mess. A potential mess. He strikes out Mike Trout with a breaking ball, and that brings us to the bottom of the 6th inning and a new pitcher, Andrew Wantz.
Take a look at his numbers. 9th appearance, 2.92 ERA. Opponents hitting .217. 10 strikeouts to just 2 walks over his 12 1/3 innings. And he will face the middle of the Mariner lineup, 3, 4, and 5.
Suarez did not like that call. The 0-1.
Oh, great to see AD there in the open of the inning. I know AD has been recovering from shoulder surgery, so we wish him the best.
Oh, absolutely. Get well, AD. 1-1.
As we all know, Dave, Hall of Fame person.
Oh, please.
Besides the player that he is.
Without a doubt.
I want to be Alvin Davis when I grow up someday. We love you, AD.
It's a good aspiration. Swing and a foul tip held on by Stassi. Good start for once.
Trying to go up in the zone with this heater. Ends up middle away. But Suarez swings through it for strike 3. Foul tips it back into Stassi's glove.
2 hits for the Mariners this afternoon. J.P. Crawford got the first one, a hard hit single to center. Second one, leadoff double, 5th inning by Justin Upton. Did he go? Did not, to Jerry Lane. 2-0. Juan 6'4", 235 going against J.P. Crawford. Juan's in his second big league season. 21 games a year ago. 1-0 with a 4.94 ERA. J.P. ahead here, 3-0. Strike on the inside corner, says Nick Marley. 3-1.
Well, 3-0 pitch. According to the EQC tracer, just off the inside part of the plate.
Ooh, wow. Wow, rearrange your cookies, won't it?
Yeah, Nick Marley taking it off the mask. You'll see Max Stassi give him a minute out of courtesy. Looked like off the glove of Stassi, then gets Marley right in the face mask.
And as a catcher, you hear that. That's not a sound you want to hear.
No.
Three and 2. Back-to-back strikeouts. 2 down. And now, quick word from Sound Credit Union.
You want to see your dollar go farther? How about closer? At Sound Credit Union, members help each other and make a difference in their communities. Sound Credit Union, invested in we.
Quick 2 out, 6th inning. Here's Dylan Moore. Fly to center, ground out to second. Difference in the ball game, a 4th inning. 2-run homer by Mike Trout. Taylor Ward led off with a base hit to left. Trout on a 3-2 pitch. Pitch number 9 and 10. And he hit it right center field. Again, his 5th home run, 4th 2-run homer.
He sure likes this building, Dave. That's his 33rd home run here at T-Mobile Park.
Remember, Chipper Jones wore out the Mets for a long time. Named one of his boys Shea Stadium, right, where he did all his damage. With all due respect to T-Mobile Park, that ain't gonna work as a first name. Mike has 1 son. 3-2 to Dylan Moore. Trout with sunglasses, putting on a little extra speed. Makes the catch, a quiet 6, 2-0 Angels.
MLB Big Inning brings you the biggest plays of the night, live as they happen. Don't miss the ultimate baseball highlight reel. It's nonstop action on MLB Big Inning, every night on MLB.tv.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stand. Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star. This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza! The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome. That ball is gone. 106. That would be a new record. It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
Go down as one terrific outing by Logan Gilbert.
Absolutely, and another quality start for Logan Gilbert. Just the 2 runs over the 6 innings. He used his curveball very effectively today, threw some changeups, especially to the lefties. And it was that curveball that 3rd time with Mike Trout that froze him at the bottom of the zone. You see the numbers on his day: 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. 89 pitches for Logan, 6 strikeouts and no walks. And tell you what, it was Taylor Ward at the top, along with Mike Trout, that gave him the only damage today. Tyler Wade with a lone single as well, but Logan Gilbert continues to pitch well for the Seattle Mariners. And we'll turn it over now to Ryan Borucki.
Big and Plumbing called to the pen. One of the 2 left-handers in the pen, now 3 with, or at least I said Sheffield was sent back. So 2 left-handers in the bullpen right now.
See, the Mariners will have Borucki take over. 10 innings, 6 walks, 10 strikeouts. That's in combination with his time with Toronto and Seattle. And he'll face that part of the order where the Angels have several left-handed hitters coming up. So Scott Service going with some matchups here down at the bottom part of the Angels order.
Walsh, Rengifo, and Stassi coming up. A chopper. Lucky takes his time and 1 out. Well done.
Well, that's highly efficient. 1 pitch, 1 out.
As a catcher, did you have trepidation a lot of times when they would be somewhere off the mound and trying to field it and make a play?
Well, I mean, I think it depended on the pitcher. You knew the guys that were fairly athletic and could move and could make that play. It's a difficult play for a pitcher. They're just not used to throwing the ball in that capacity very often. They do practice it a lot in spring training. They practice it a lot during the season, but it's just not a play that they're used to. And that was nicely done right there. That was a long throw for a pitcher from that position, and he handled it very well.
Step and a throw. Best fielding pitchers you played with?
Good question.
Because I've been around coaches and hear them say, man, as long as they're throwing to the plate, they're good. If they got to throw another base, like, ugh.
Well, I know with pop-ups especially, you didn't want your pitcher to field pop-ups, especially being on a mound where it's unsettled footing.
Good point.
But there are a lot of outs up the middle of the field. The pitchers, if you can field your position, especially on those swinging bunts, Dave, you can keep a lot of runners off base.
Well, my default when you talk about great fielding pitchers, you talk of Maddox and Jim Cott. Maddox, what, 18 Gold Gloves,
yeah,
and 16 for Kitty. Glavine was a good fielder. If I remember correctly, well, I was going to say Bob Gibson, but he had such a violent follow-through throwing him off. When he would finish up, he'd be on the first base side. But he was such a good athlete, I'm sure. saw him. I didn't see him hundreds of times, but I saw him enough. I know he was good. That's sharply hit. That's a base hit. 2-1 offering. Rengifo jumps on it. 1 out, 1 on as we play top 7. 2-0. Angels. Mariners are excited to highlight some of our youngest fans with the Kids Club member of the game. And today we're going to introduce you to 7-year-old Patience. She's Bellingham. And we're thrilled to have Patience as one of the Kids Club members. To register your youngsters, visit mariners.com/kidsclub.
Now Rengifo over at first base. Not a lot of speed, just 1 out of 2 in stolen base attempts. So he's not a guy that will take off on you, but the Mariners will pay close attention to him.
Mariners have had chances, have not been able to push a run across. Left the runner on in the first, left them loaded in the fourth, and left another runner on in the fifth. Currently 0 for 5 runners in scoring position. See if Barrett can get a double play ball here. Way outside. Nice stop by Cal. Long look in. Sharply hit, right center field. And Rengifo can run, gets to third easily, gets all the way through. He's getting a big wave on from Mike Gallego, and he's going to come around to score. 3-0 Angels. Oh, smoked by Stassi.
Stassi gets a pitch down and away from him and really does a nice job of going the other way. And this ball gets out into the outfield grass and then splits the outfielders, gets all the way to the wall. And Rengifo, pretty good turn at third base, keeps it tight, able to score easily, and Stassi in at second with a double.
Boy, he was ahead in the count, made it work for him. 3-0, 6th hit for the Angels. RBI for Stassi, his 9th. That finds a hole. Stassi will park it at third.
Well, 3 hits in a row here for the Angels. This one jams Brandon Marsh in on the hands, but able to find a hole on that left side. The shift had the left side wide open. He's able to pick up the base hit and advance Stassi to third base. Cal Raleigh now out to talk to Ryan Baracchi how they want to proceed with Velasquez. They would really take a ground ball here, double play, to get out of the inning.
Really could use it. No question about that. Andrew Velasquez, shortstop, batting in the 8-hole, struck out twice. Runner goes. Throw down to second. No. Stolen base for Marsh, his 4th.
Well, it looked like maybe, Dave, that was kind of a safety squeeze. Velasquez squared the bunt. See Marsh take off at first, the square of the bunt. The runner at third base trying to read if the bunt goes down, then he takes off.
So the safety squeeze, as you mentioned, the Reed suicide, he would have been coming.
Yeah, the difference between the two really is a suicide squeeze is just that. You're selling out as the runner at third base. You're running as soon as the pitcher starts, and you're hoping the batter gets the ball down. The safety squeeze, you're waiting at third base to see the ball down in fair territory. Then you take off for home, and that was more of a safety squeeze there.
Drawn in infield, 1-1, fouled off. Is there a disadvantage for the safety squeeze?
Well, the disadvantage is a hard bunt. If you see it down and it's a hard bunt right at the pitcher, you're going to be a dead duck. At home, it's a quick throw.
Oh, 2 strikes. Drawn in infield, swing and a miss. Swung right over the top. Needed that. 2 outs. Third time he's K'd.
A third strikeout for Velasquez. This is a good slider down and in, and he just can't get a piece of it. Very well located in off the plate.
A week from now, the Mariners will be wrapping up a second series with the Angels, this time in Anaheim. Mariners travel tomorrow. Oakland, Tuesday, Wednesday evening, Thursday afternoon, and then Friday, Saturday evening, Sunday afternoon, then back home for Baltimore for 3 and Oakland for 3. 2-0. You got Taylor Ward, who's having a heck of a day. He's on deck with Trout right behind him. Missed that by a lot. Good sweeping breaking ball.
Well, this is that good slider that Barucki has. He throws it middle of the plate, runs it off the plate away, and Wade chasing it out front. See if they go back to that.
Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And they did. Another slider. Gets him out front again. Evens the count up. It's a big moment right here, Dave. You want to keep these guys right where they are. Keep those 2 runners stranded here. Give the Mariner offense a chance to wake up here in the last part of the ball game. Keep it close.
2-2 pitch with 2 outs.
Continuing to use that slider. Another good one. EQC tracer. You'll see it just on that outside corner.
Two and 2. Hanging up. Coming on. Dylan Moore. Well done. We will keep it right here. One of our God Bless America and Juneteenth observation. Nothing across, just 1 run across for the Angels in the 7th. 3-0 LA.
We asked retired MLB pitcher CC Sabathia to hit in Win Reality.
You get nervous? Yeah.
A VR training tool for hitters. Who is he hitting against?
Oh, here we go.
Himself.
Man, I'm good. Both of me.
Hitters see game speed pitches, improve timing.
Land that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Hi, we're Warby Parker, and we're all about making vision care convenient. That's why we developed the Virtual Vision Test app. Use it to renew your expired glasses or contacts prescription from home with your phone in about 10 minutes. If everything looks good, a doctor will renew your prescription for $15. It's as easy as reading the eye chart at a doctor's office, except you're at home, on your phone, like you probably are right now. Download Virtual Vision Test today.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy.
What?
And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts.
Seriously?
Performances, too!
Oh, come on!
Game Time finds you the best last-minute deals and guarantees the lowest price.
Am I underdressed?
Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Mariners Hall of Famer, baseball Hall of Famer, as the Mariners scuffling here, trailing 3-0 as we go bottom 7. And for more of the best coverage in the game, let's watch the T-Mobile coverage cam in action and another stellar defensive play by Dylan Moore. Got a good break on that and saved a couple of runs. Well done. Happy Father's Day, happy Juneteenth. Veteran left-hander Aaron Loop takes over.
You see his numbers on the year, 29th appearance, 4.7 ERA, opponents hitting .217 against him. 8 walks to 24 strikeouts. Good fastball, 94, 95 miles an hour, or 92 miles an hour. And he'll mix in a slider, an occasional changeup, occasional curveball, but mostly fastball slider for Mr. Loop.
An uncomfortable AB, the way he drops down coming out of that first base bag. Jesse Winker, Cal Raleigh, Justin Upton here in the bottom of the 7th. 11th year in the bigs for Aaron Loop. His career spent in Toronto 7 years.
And you just don't see this often from left-handers. A lot of right-handers will be the guys that drop down or use that 3/4 delivery, but you don't see it often from left-handers, so it's a tough at-bat for a left-handed hitter.
1-2 to Winker. Winker today is fly to left and walked.
Fastball inside on Winker there.
Ball and 2 strikes. Strike 3 called. 1 out.
Make delivery, Super Mo. You see that delivery, that sidearm delivery, and Max Stassi really fighting for that one, and Jesse Winker didn't like the call. EQC tracer just does catch that outside corner. Stassi set up inside, but the pitch was away.
Cal Raleigh switch hitter, hard line drive foul. Last year, Aaron Loop with the Mets gave up just a .192 batting average. 2 years before that with San Diego, 182. Wow. Oh, 2 to Cal. Cal's popped to short, grounded out to short.
That was a rare changeup from Luke. Cal up there swinging first pitch, gets that fastball, pulls a foul, and then he throws him that changeup down low.
Just 2 hits for the Mariners. Crawford, 1 out single, 4th inning. Leadoff double, 5th inning. Justin Upton. 3 other base runners via the walk. Couldn't move them around. One and 2. There's the upcoming road trip. 6 games as opposed to the previous roadie, which was a 9-gamer. Back in there again.
Yeah, tried to catch that bottom inside corner. And just didn't miss low below the zone.
Two. And holding on to Stats. 2 outs. And Loop has K'd the first 2 men he's faced. Mariners' first Kids Run the Bases presented by PNC Bank. It's coming up Sunday, July 3rd. Team's going to be squaring off against the A's, and all kids 14 and under can round the bases after the game. And make sure you get your tickets for your family and check out the full list of Kids Run the Bases dates at mariners.com/promotions. Angel pitching's been tough here. Last 5, let's see, of the last 5 hitters, 4 have K'd. They didn't like that. Dugout didn't like it, and neither did Justin up there. That was under the zone for sure.
Yeah, that fastball was well below the zone, and Mr. Marley heard it from the Mariner bench.
All of a sudden, he's got a nasty changeup there.
Yeah, Lupe has really used that changeup effectively with these right-hand hitters. Saw it a couple times with Cal Raleigh. And after the first pitch fastball strike to Upton, he used it effectively again against Justin.
First call changes the whole ABs. Behind 0-2. And Loop strikes out the side. The last 6 hitters, 5 have been struck out.
Using the old baseball stats only gives you part of the puzzle. But when we challenge ourselves using advanced tools and modern thinking, you'll see the bigger picture.
Challenge all things baseball with MLB Now, only on MLB Network.
Get closer to the action.
You gotta be kidding me.
Closer to the big blast.
Way, way, way out of here.
Closer to the great grabs.
Took a home run away.
Closer to the jaw-dropping plays. With more highlights.
He struck him out.
More analysis.
You're going to see athleticism like you've never seen before.
And more live look-ins.
Wow!
Nobody gets you closer to the game.
Every night.
Only on MLB Network.
steel? To find your local steel dealers, visit steeldealers.com. Good looking day here in Seattle. Scoreboard not real pretty. 3-0. Mariners managing just 2 hits, and of the last 6 minutes of the plate, 5 have struck out as we check out our Northwest Chevy Silverado drive of the game. Mike Trout. What else is new, right? 2-run homer in the 4th. 5th home run in the series. His 4th 2-run home run of this series. And we're going to see him here in the 8th. New pitcher, Andres Munoz.
Yeah, here are the numbers for Mr. Munoz. Had a good year. We know he's got a good fastball. 25th appearance on the season. Opponents hitting .256 against him. 23 innings, 31 strikeouts. Fastball up around 100 miles an hour. Throw about 40% of the time, and he's got a good slider, and he likes to use it about 60% of the time.
Munoz. Game 1 yesterday, inning and 2/3, struck out 4. Top of the order, Ward, Trout, and Ohtani. Bright sunshine now. A couple of clouds have just given way. That's nice. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Really good slider there. First pitch slider off the plate, but he gets the call. Then he goes fastball. And then this slider down and away. Perfect location, hitting that outside and down corner.
Flare, that's trouble. Base hit. Three-hit day for Taylor Ward.
Well, he's going to get this one off the end of the bat. He just reaches for the slider. Pretty well located. Sometimes it's just about hitting it where they're not. And this time Ty France giving chase, but just does drop over him.
Well, here's Trout. Bounced into a double play. Homered on a 3-2 pitch. A long at bat in the 4th. Struck out looking at a fine breaking ball from Logan Gilbert.
Goes right at him. First pitch, 98 miles an hour. Right up and in on the hands. Really good pitch right here. Just kind of eats up Mike Trout.
Oh, 2.
Excellent location on the slider. Off the plate away after that fastball up and in. Couple of good locations on these first 2 pitches in the at bat to Trout.
The 0-2. It's a heat on that one at 99. Ball 2 strikes. Struck him out. Big sweeper. 1 out.
That's a big strikeout. Again, uses his excellent location on that slider. Starts it on the outside corner and breaks it off the plate. Trout swinging through it.
Brings up Ohtani, 0 for 3. Ohtani Thursday was winning pitcher, going 6 innings, a 3-hit shutout ball. Also went 2 for 4 in that ball game. Been quiet since at the plate. 1-1.
See Ohtani out in front of that slider down in the bottom of the zone. As a hitter, you have to gear up for that 100-mile-an-hour fastball, so they're going to be out in front of that slider often.
Runner goes. Flip down the left field line, a long way foul.
I think the Mariners catch a break here. Big jump by Ward at first base. And Ohtani fouls off that fastball at 99 off the plate away, but I think Ward would have stolen that one easily.
One and two, one out. Infield pulled around to the right. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider in on his hands.
Well, you just can't cover both sides of the plate. 99 miles an hour on the fastball away. He fouls it off. And then he comes back with a slider down and in off the inside corner of the plate. Tough at bat right there. Well done, well executed pitching right there by Munoz.
Brings up Jared Walsh 0 for 3. A couple of ground outs and a strikeout. Way out front. Runner goes. Pitch swung on, line drive. Left center field. Julio bobbles. Gallego going to wave the runner. Here's the throw. Doesn't hit the cutoff man. Runner scores standing up 4-0. Angels.
Well, Ward takes off on the pitch. It's a fastball up in the zone, 99 miles an hour. Jared Walsh gets his barrel to it, and then Julio, you see him have trouble with it. Kicks off his glove, and because Ward was off with the pitch, he's almost at third base already, and Mike Gallego will wave him in, and he will score easily. Angels taking advantage of that Mariner mistake on defense.
So base hit, error Julio in center field. Ward scores, and now you got Rengifo. Base hit to center on a 1 for 3 day, and run scored. Most of this crowd of 39,052 hanging around, hoping for some big time late inning rally. Mariners through last 2 ABs. Look out, first base coach Benji Gill had to get out of the way of that. So 0-2 to Rengifo has been a tough hitter. 2 hits yesterday. Got 1 here today.
Rengifo out of the way of that one. 100 miles an hour right at your ankle.
Oof. They look for him to pull here. It's the 1-2 pitch. No advance.
Nice work by Cal Raleigh. We've seen him block a couple today. That one, a tough one. Slider in the dirt, but that'll keep Walsh at first base.
2-2, 2 outs. Struck him out. Angels pick up a run on 2 hits. There was an error and a man left. Coming up for the Mariners, you got Abraham Toro, followed by Julio Rodriguez and Ty France.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stands. Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star. This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza! The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome.
That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record. It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout.
The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
The Mariners' official partner in health, keeping the Northwest healthy at bmfh.org. Beautiful day. Scoreboard, well, it's all Angels right now, 4-0. Mariners still have the 8th and 9th. See if they can get something going. Dave Sims with Mariners Hall of Famer Dan Wilson. Ryan Tepera, see him again.
29th appearance on the season. Opponents hitting .202 off of him. 27 2/3 innings, 23 strikeouts, 11 walks, 92, 93 miles an hour on his fastball. Likes his slider, and he'll throw occasional changeup.
Fouled off by Toro. Tepera pitched in game 1 yesterday, an inning, gave up 2 hits, and that was it. Bright sunshine here. Love that. It's not been a very sunshiny June, Dan.
No, it has not. June gloom has lived up to its name. But hopefully now we'll get some sunshine.
Yeah. Sustained a couple of months. That'll be great. 1-1. Fly ball, right field. Taylor Ward's there, 1 away. Make sure you scan the QR code on your screen right now for Mariners value game tickets. You can grab $10 view, $20 main, and $30 terrace club seats. Mariners' next homestand starts with 2 value games against the Orioles on June 27 and 28. So just scan the QR code on the screen or go to mariners.com/value to secure your seats. Here's Julio, batting in the leadoff spot for the 3rd consecutive game. He's 0 for 3, a couple of ground outs and a fly to right.
Well, as difficult as it's been for the Mariner offense, Dave, in this series, you got to give a little bit of credit to that bullpen of the Angels as well. They've come in, they've taken advantage of it. They haven't really given the Mariners any extra chances, and they've been difficult.
Just a 2-hit day for the Mariners this afternoon. Long run for Ward. Come up empty. Yeah, Aaron Lope, the previous pitcher, Struck out the side in the 7th.
Really good stuff from him today, especially with the right-handers. He used that changeup so effectively.
Oh, 2 to Julio. Time granted. Tapera with the 0-2. Able to check.
EQC tracer just above the zone. You see Julio thought about it, been able to check his swing.
Two and two. One away. Ty France, he's on deck. 4 runs, 9 hits. No errors for the Angels. Mike Trout, a 2-run homer, 4th inning. No runs, 2 hits, an error for the Mariners. 2-2. Big swing and a miss. 2 outs.
Good slider down and away. Starts it on the outer third. Breaks it off the plate away. Good bite to it. Gets Julio swinging.
Mariners have seen a lot of strikeouts this afternoon. 3, 6, 7 of them now. They started the day in terms of striking out 4th in the American League. The Angels leading the league in that category. Look out, look at that bat, look out! Nobody got harmed. That bat going to third. Meanwhile, there was a 5-3 on your scorecard. That'll do it for the Mariners in the 8th. Wow, that was scary.
Using the old baseball stats only gives you part of the puzzle. But when we challenge ourselves using advanced tools and modern thinking, you'll see the bigger picture.
Challenge all things baseball with MLB Now, only on MLB Network.
Baseball's biggest moments are live on MLB Big Inning. MLB.TV's nightly show takes you from game to game for all the grand slams, no-hitters, walk-offs, and more as they happen.
Wow, he can do it all!
Don't miss the ultimate baseball highlight reel.
This is some kind of awesome.
After your game ends, the action's just heating up on MLB Big Inning. Every night on MLB.TV.
Rules, visit us at rootsports.com. Almost 40,000 in attendance here today. Upcoming schedule. You know, that game on Tuesday will be the Mariners' first divisional road game in the Pacific time zone. Can you believe that? On June 21.
Unbelievable.
Totally.
Tough schedule for the Mariners.
Indeed. Today is home game number 33. They played 35 road games. See the Angels again next week. Come home for the O's and the A's. Get you into early July. New pitcher, Rowan Solis. He's got 6, 7, and 8 in the order coming up here, top 9.
93-mile-an-hour fastball, mixing his curve and his slider as well.
Oh, and 2. Stassi delivered an RBI double 7th inning. Got ahead and count. Double to right center. 1 for 3 day. One and 2. Found a way. Yes, hopefully he'll have a clean inning here. Mariners in the home ninth, down 4. We'll have Suarez, Crawford, and Moore coming up 3, 4, and 5. Hung a breaking ball, smothered down there by Suarez. Good play.
A really low, slow, sweeping curveball. And that'll get Stassi out front, rolls it over to Eugenio Suarez at third base. It's a nice play to knock it down, get up, make a nice throw.
Brendan Marsh. Base hit the left stolen base last time up. That was in the 7th, part of his 1 for 3 day. Breaking ball for strike.
EQC tracer, you'll see that big sweeping curveball. Starts it at the front leg of the hitter, breaks it into the zone.
Good angle for JP. He's taking charge. I want you really good athletes and good players at shortstop.
We were talking about that. Probably every one of these guys on the field at one time or another played shortstop. But you're right, you want that guy who can swallow it up. JP has been so solid at that position.
You know, the fist to Velasquez. He fouls it off. He struck out 3 times today. Elias, so good, so far so good. Tied the first 2 men that he's faced. Good looking pitch right there. 0-2.
Yeah, really good feel for that curveball. He's able to just drop that thing in there. Not much the Angel hitters have been able to do with that.
And a very clean inning for Rowe. Good job. Ground out, pop up, strikeout. Here we go. Last leg score. The Mariners down 4-0. Suarez, Crawford, and Moore coming up.
Every game, every night, everything you need to see. Get all the highlights with the fastest hour on television. Quick Pitch, late nights and every morning, only on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson, 13 home runs into the left field stands. Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star. This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza! The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Toney.
That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record. It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout.
The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
By liking and following us on Twitter, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for exclusive access and game highlights. Stay connected with Root Sports. Beautiful Sunday afternoon when the sun's been out. It's been pleasant even when the sun's been covered up. The score, well, it's been all Angels. Mariners just 2 hits. And right now they got to go against one of the best closers in the business, Raisel Iglesias.
He is a very tough customer. Look at his numbers on the year. 27th appearance. ERA up there a little bit, 4.24. Opponents hitting 209 against him. But 34 strikeouts in 23 and a third innings, only 4 walks. And the Mariners have a lot of work to do. A good fastball, 95 miles an hour. And he mixes in a slider and a change as well. And both of those are devastating. 3 quality pitches. The Mariners will have to get started here early.
Third time in the series he's made an appearance. Struck out the side. Close out the game on Thursday, 4-1 Angels. Saw him again game 1 yesterday. There's Gino fouling one off. Iglesias picked up 2 more strikeouts in his appearance yesterday. And here he is again. One and one. Ground ball to third, gobbled up by Wade. 1 away. Look up J.P. Crawford. He's got one of the 2 Mariner hits. 4th inning single to center with 1 out. The other hit a leadoff double. 5th inning by Justin Upton. Breaking ball missed. There's 1 to JP.
There's that good changeup that he has. Not afraid to use it. Throws that fastball about 95 and the changeup 89, 90.
1-1 pitch. Fouled it off.
He'll throw it to right-handers as well, and it's an equalizer. That another changeup right there. JP out front just a little bit, gets it off the end of the bat.
Ball and 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Fly ball left field. 2 down. Marsh with the catch. Boy, 3rd appearance by Iglesias. He's pretty much untouchable.
Well, he's got such quality stuff. You see the 2 changeups down at the bottom, and then that 95 miles an hour up at the top of the zone. Excellent execution, great location. He's just a tough out.
First 2 appearances, he went 1, 2, 3 in each game and 1 out away from doing it again.
Yep. Slider there to start Frazier.
He did go. 0-2, 2 out. And he does it again. That's a closeout on a very distasteful homestand for the Mariners. They go 3-8 on this homestand, lose today 4-0. The Angels take 4 out of 5, and the Mariners drop to 10 games below 500.
Well, the story today was no offense again. Couple opportunities, not able to get the big hit with runners in scoring position. Credit Logan Gilbert with another consecutive, 7th consecutive quality start. Just the one hiccup with Mike Trout on a fastball and a 3-2 count. But Dave, the Mariners need to get something cooking, take the day off tomorrow, get some well-needed rest, and then hopefully offensively we'll come back on Tuesday against Oakland.
Dan, happy Father's Day. Good working with you, pal. Enjoyed
Dave,
it.
As always, it's a pleasure working with you.
Amen, brother. Good to see it. Enjoyed it as always. I'm Dave Sims. Enjoy the rest of your Father's Day, and let's Juneteenth. Enjoy the rest of that day as well. Right now we send you off to the post-game show. Brad and Dave Valley.
All right, gentlemen, thank you. And we will enjoy seeing Mike Trout, that man, number 27, leave T-Mobile Park after that series. Angels take 4 of 5, and Mike Trout hits 5 home runs. That ties the most home runs in a series against the Mariners. Valley also has now 52 home runs against the Mariners in his career. That also ties the record for most home runs against the Mariners, Rafael Palmeiro. Wow.
The numbers just keep going. He's got 4 game-winning home runs in this series.
And we're going to show you all 5 of them. On Thursday, this was a 2-run shot off Mr. Kirby, adding a couple of names to the list, giving up home runs to Mr. Trout, and then Romo late in the game breaks it open.
And when you're pitching against somebody like Mike Trout, one of the great players in the game of baseball today, you can't make a mistake. He takes advantage of the mistake and he makes you pay. He even hits pitches that are out of the strike zone, like that sinker down and away out of the strike zone for a 2-run home run. But you start thinking about this. In 4 of the 5 games in this series, Mike Trout has hit a game-winning home run.
Logan Gilbert facing him for the first time, got him in the first inning, and then after that at-bat with a bunch of fastballs, Trout catches up with that one. A 2-run shot. Logan's only mistake, only runs he would give up in this game. He unfortunately takes a loss, but as Dan Wilson pointed out, hey, 7 straight quality starts for Gilbert. We'll have more on Logan later. Mike Trout, 9 RBI this series as the Angels again take it. Mariners shutout in back-to-back games, just 2 runs scored in the last 3 games. Not the way you want to end a homestand. 3-8 on the just completed homestand. Almost 40,000 people here today celebrating Juneteenth, Father's Day. Unfortunately, see an Angels loss. We'll get reaction and talk about the upcoming road trip coming up.